You're
Hello.
The hermit. So yes, I know how to.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
We're all here. We were just talking about camp fixtures.
Right on. Did you decide on any?
How
Yes.
often do interludes happen?
Well, it depends. So let's go to the world map really
Okay.
quickly so we can take a look. And regional map.
We're not going to get the... We might not get the Aether Vault right now. We're going to get the survival gear, but then we'll have 10 left amongst us.
Doesn't matter. Other people can spend their dust on whatever they want. But
Yeah.
If you and I want to say we have 6 dust between the two of us, we're going to get survival gear. Correct.
Interludes happen in between arcs.
The stream's
Okay,
still
so
on the
it's-
starting soon screen.
Yes. Let me just switch to that. Here we are. So if you take a look here, you'll see that we have a long way to go before we complete the interlude, because the interlude does not just merely consist of getting to one place. It also consists of leaving that place and getting to a nearby settlement. So, for example, in this particular case, we are heading to the Starcrest Temple by means of this. Not that.
So is the interlude just the journey there, like for our purposes?
The opposite. The interlude is what happens
Any
after the
major
journey.
stop. Oh.
Okay. So yeah, we could hold off on getting the Aether Vault.
So, assuming you want to go back to Mistfell, for instance, that would be like about a month. But if you want to go to Pensy, that would be about 23 days. Oh my god, look at this. We have, like, fantasy logistics that make sense. Have you ever wondered how in, like,
if you're going over the mountain.
D&D, it's like, in 3 months, people go from, like, random guys to the strongest people in the world?
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that was so strange. But
Yeah, like literally entire campaigns end in months.
yeah, and here it's like just to get to the destination is a month. Assuming literally nothing along the way distracts you, which will not happen.
Totally.
But anyways, let's introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Shrike. I play Oven, the Minotaur Demon Slayer, who is a part of the Mistfell military and is now part of our lovely Torchbearers.
Nice.
Go get him, Blix.
I'm Blix. I'm playing Zephyr, a cleric of Noom. He's an Erigenasi. He does stuff with wind and rain and thunder, and he's old, and he used to be a hermit, and now he helps people in the world. Let's go, Gruel.
Hi, I'm Jazz. I play Gruel, a druid halfling. A druid halfling of the stars. Particularly Shel Maurice is the god they worship, and they grew up in the wild. They're raised by a pack of, or pride rather, of sleekers, which are like big cats with horns. And we'll end it off, or again, not really, because Pog at the end, but we'll go to Hats.
Hey, I'm Hats. I play Dougal. Dougal is a human wizard with no self-esteem, and a lot of nervousness. He does not feel up. Excuse me. He does not feel up to the many tasks that have been set in front of him, but he'll try.
All right.
And last up, we've got Pog. Pog is the best.
But I do play everyone else. Anyways,
You could say he's Poggers.
we will now be going on through the journey. The journey through the world.
Do we buy things before we go?
That's up to you.
Yes. Oven and I will each spend 3 dust, and we'll purchase the survival gear.
Tracking 3 doves.
3 dust on survival gear. In this game, there is essentially a 5th character, though we've got 5 major characters in the team. There's a fifth character in that the cart is effectively a character as well and can be leveled up and given things. This also contains
I could
group
put my-
ambition. So have you thought of any group ambitions, I should ask, while I'm adding the survival gear? Oh, you've already done it.
Oh, I just did it, yeah. This is what it is, everybody.
I can get up to 4 cents now.
Pretty good.
Seems sensible.
It does. I will put mine into traverse. So I'll have 3 traverse.
I think I'm the sensey one. Or is that Gruel? What's Gruel? What's your sense at?
We may never know.
You can click on a sheet and look.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I'm muted. It's only one,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know if I was stepping on interest. I'm going to go for 4 incense.
Douglas got 2 in it, so he's your backup.
I will put mine in traverse. Is it just like permanent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Put mine in traverse.
I have 1 in traverse, but
I have 3 right now after putting the
All
one.
right. You guys get some Dick's Item Shop brand camping gear. It's the best in the world, and it's modular, like everything from Dick's Item Shop.
oh, no, it's like a Dick's
Quality
Sporting.
store.
We go to a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah,
to get it.
exactly. In the future,
Do we have those in Canada?
In the future, though it's not relevant right now, in the future, Dick's Item Shop will function not only as just a generic shop that sells like camp fixtures, but it will also have the added bonus of being able to allow you to trade between different campaigns. So if you get like an item that you don't use, you can trade it for another item. You can put it up on the auction board.
Oh.
But the other campaigns have not launched yet. Coming soon. Lapis Key and Hellbound.
Right. Gruel and Dougal, if you want to buy anything, now is the time.
I
Yeah.
think I'm good myself for the moment.
Just carrying that paper.
Yeah, I kind of just want to see. Yeah, I just kind of want to see how one thing goes before I decide like what might be useful. Because I feel like
So
there's
we
big
should
blind
all-
spots.
You want to
You know
react
what?
rather than try and predict, yeah.
I will do the thing. I will buy us the Aether Vault.
Wow.
Dougal.
Giga Chad.
You
What-
could
why
upgrade it
is-
if
it's
3 of
good
us
to-
pool.
And I will.
Go for the condenser.
Well, I
Hmm.
can't. I do not have that much dust. I was
We don't
just
have
going to-
enough. We don't have enough between the rest of us.
Sure we do.
Oh no, we do. We would have we spent all of our dust, which we don't want to do. I think.
Yeah.
No,
We could
so
get
3 of
the
us could spend all
condenser-
of our money to do
we're going
it,
to
yeah.
leave
We
the
could get-
condenser for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we could get the condenser plus fill it halfway. That's the
Yep.
thing.
So I'm
Yeah.
just going to stick my last dust into the condenser.
How many can it hold
6.
right now?
Okay, so
But it needs at least 1. to
here's how we will
duplicate.
track
Okay.
it. Just simply changing the name.
Okay.
That works. yeah.
Effectively, what's going on in the narrative here is you are not, in fact, putting 500 gold in and generating more gold, but rather you are duplicating magical reagents, which you can then sell or liquidate as need be.
What Dougal is fiddling with while he's in the cart.
Just so I don't ever lose track. How much dust do I have individually?
4.
4. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's a spot on your sheet for it.
Oh, there is?
And narrative
Yeah.
info, right beside your XP.
Sick. Okay, never mind. I don't need to keep track of it anywhere else. Okay, thank you.
Also, you should have 11 dots in your skills.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you sure it's
Yep.
11? So you get 2.
Yeah, did you add the one from the Aether Pearls?
Not the Aether Pearls, it's the... Oh wait, it is Aether Pearls.
Ether Pearls give +1 to
Uh,
charm or command.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that. Okay,
And then survival gear is 1 to traverse or sense.
probably command
Yeah.
them. Cool, thank you.
All right.
Well, I think
We're
we're
good to
done
go.
shopping.
Okay. So, as you finish your shopping here in Winching, there is a journey to be had. This journey will be broken up into 3 legs, technically 2 of which that matter, and 1 of which is potentially relevant. The journey, as you go through different terrains and different areas, different regions have different encounter tables. So, for example, when we take a look at this area over here, this area is fairly straightforward. We're at right now, just simple grassland, some hills here and there. This constitutes one separate region. Over here is a different region, but you're not going in that direction, so you don't need to worry about that. Another region is here. Now, you do care about this region. So, for example, the random encounters you will find in the grasslands nearby the capital of the country are going to be a lot safer than the desert, for example. You're also going to find different monsters and things.
Okay.
So, the 2...
So like each tile like has its own encounter table because it's like part of a bigger group that has its own encounter table.
Right, and I'll actually kind of draw these out because they are somewhat interesting. To me, anyways.
It's like routes in Pokemon games.
Yeah.
It's just like any Pokemon encounter thing. It's just a different table.
This is one region, for example.
All right.
And then let's make this yellow.
Not sure it matters this much, but if you go into a forest, you'll encounter different things living in the forest than you will in the desert. Wow, what a surprise.
Shocking. Then there's the desert region. It's the Pension Highlands.
But we encountered a mummy in Mistfell. So I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
All true, all true.
Mummies can go wherever. They have legs.
And they're sentient, apparently.
Some of them are. Not all.
Some.
The one that you encountered in Mistfell absolutely is. This is another region. You'll notice that it actually continues into Limblum to an extent. Those are regions that matter to you for now. However, there's a third region, which will matter after you get to Starcrest Temple. So that one is going to be a lot different. If you choose to go through the Hapstufe range, then you are in fact going into the mountains. That entails. You could also choose to go...
There be dragons there.
There are, in fact, dragons there. What the hell? Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Oh, I was using draw freehands. I was like, why is my polygon tool not working? This is potentially another region. And then finally, the Pension Highlands are a region in of themselves. There are giants there, if you recall. But
do they hit you 500 meters into the air?
Yeah, you do in fact ragdoll as well.
Nice.
So the Pension Highlands... Oh, that looks like absolute... I keep going to the freehand tool and I want to go to polygon tool.
I mean, you don't have to draw. We can, like, just see. The area left is...
No, I got to. Very important. Even though I messed it up. But you get the idea. It's important because you will continue to play in this map. So getting these out of the way is good. You know what I mean? So that you know where the regions are.
Yeah.
And then finally, there's a region that doesn't matter because you won't be going there. But anyways, what this means for you here is that this desert region is going to be a little bit different. And then once you get to the Starcrest Temple, the way that you choose to go back is going to vary dramatically. Right? Are you going through the mountains? Or are you going down the mountain, like back the way you came? Are you going down into the highlands, etc.?
Yeah.
But the route is selected. So far you're in the safe part of like near the major cities of the region where everything is under control and safe.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too dangerous.
And yet we get attacked by, powerful skeletons.
Hey, you were attacked by powerful skeletons.
People die in forests.
Mhm.
There are skeletons there.
Die in lots of places. Fun fact.
So, with that in mind, we have our table. Right now, our starting position is controlled. Who would like to roll first? It's a 1d10.
Roll.
I will roll. Oh, Dougal will roll.
I beat you to the punch. Haha.
The headmaster will roll.
Ooh, 7. That's the best one.
That's lucky.
7. All right. So, scouts.
I think that's me.
I think Gruel is the scout.
No, I'm lookout.
you're the
I'm
lookout.
lookout.
Scout.
The difference between
Okay.
lookout and scout, by the way, the lookout is the person who watches over the group, whereas the scout is the person who goes ahead of the group to let them know of things that are coming up. So the lookout is the person who goes, look over there, we're being attacked by wyverns, whereas the scout is the person who says, there are wyverns up ahead.
All right.
Dougal is the guide, and I'm the hunter-gatherer.
Exactly. Oven is the person who, like, when you see, like, a giant tree on the side of the road, Oven destroys the tree and then gets the tree sap. Or something. And then Dougal is the person who is in charge of looking over the group and everything and making sure everyone's spirits are high. So there are some morale things that can come into play with this as well. Those are the guide checks in this. Anyway, Gruel, you
Yep.
are traveling up ahead and you notice that there is a oddly shaped hill. Not odd in the sense of the proportions of the hill are strange, but rather the proportions are not strange in any capacity. The hill is so round that it is essentially like geometrically perfect.
The dome.
What do you do?
Rule's gonna sneak up to it as close as she can and try to touch it and feel it, see if it's a solid object and not an illusion.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sneak check.
Is this risky or
We are in
controlled?
controlled position for now.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oof.
So let me explain the positions on these group checks, for example. So with these positions, the way it works is right now we're in a controlled position. And that means all of the events that you have are going to be from a controlled position. Some of the events are so bad that it doesn't matter if you're controlled or not. But for the most part, being in a controlled position is good. So in this case, if you'd like to press on, you are then setting the precedent that we are now in a risky setting. In a sense, what this means narratively is that you are taking like unnecessary risks. You are being aggressive and pursuing opportunities, and in doing so, you are literally changing the setting to risky for all subsequent rolls until this is changed. With a
Okay,
good roll, you can shift this
cool.
back up into controlled. With a bad roll, this might go down even further, and now you're in desperate.
You got too far away from us, so you got stuck in a hole.
Exactly, stuff like that. So, if you'd like to press on, you can. You'll just be setting this into risky. You can also choose to just back off. You don't know what this hole is, or this hill is, and you don't trust it.
Are we allowed to offer suggestions?
That would be metagaming. if you didn't have the ether
Okay.
pearls.
True, we can't talk to each other.
So yes, it's within a mile. You can actually just use the ether pearls to like discuss this as a group.
Sweet.
Uh,
Yeah, within a mile.
If you can't get close, why don't you just like shoot it with your sling or something?
Well, could be something. Shouldn't shoot it while we're not all together.
Well, he was concerned about it being an illusion. If your rock goes through it, it's an illusion. Simple, right?
Yeah, but what if
Yeah,
it's
but
not? What
if-
if it's a giant crab that's buried itself in the ground?
Then we get to
And-
fight it.
uh,
That's
Well,
great.
We should be near her, though.
I'll press on because that sounds more fun.
All right.
So I think you roll another d6.
You press on by seizing a risky opportunity. So in this case, you decide as the scout that you are going to investigate this further. How do you investigate?
I guess I'll just
Well,
try again.
What stopped her? Stopped her.
So
It's like you can't stealthily get close because why?
it's literally a hill in the middle of nowhere. So Gruel walks up to approach and then realizes she's about to be seen, checks in with the group to see how to proceed, and then decides to go on in the middle of the open. That's what we mean by a risky opportunity here. So, in that case, go ahead and give me another sneak check. This is now risky.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. As you sneak up, you go up to the hill. You notice for a second that it is perfectly geometrical for one very simple reason. This hill is artificial. And as you approach it, you get around and you notice that there are holes in the side of the hill. Then there's little bits of wood sticking out of them. You realize these are windows. So you avoid the sight lines of the windows and you get to the side of the hill where you now have a position where you can look into the windows. Therein you can see that there appear to be goblins inside of this.
Okay. What do they look like they're doing in there?
They're just living their life, for the most part.
I picture them. The first thing I pictured was them playing cards.
Okay,
That's
so it looks
always
like
the thing. When you peek in someone's window,
Yeah,
they're always playing cards.
They're playing cards. Unfortunately, you have not unlocked the card game minigame, so that doesn't do anything for you at the moment.
and there's just homely furniture. There's nothing out of the ordinary. It doesn't look like a barracks or anything like that.
So it's a bit strange in that they appear to have like a cash register, but they also appear to have like weapons hung up on the wall. You don't know what's going on here.
Oh, okay.
Say hi while you're hanging from their roof.
Is
Through
there
your
any
window, say hi.
is there any discernible door anywhere that I can make out?
The door is on the other side, so you came in basically facing south. You circled around to like the southeast to avoid the sightline of the window, and to the north is where the door is.
Okay, Gruel will try to rotate. Let's see. Are there any animals in the vicinity? Any birds or anything?
There are birds in the sky, but this is in the middle of a clearing.
Okay. I will just rotate around to the north and knock on the door.
You hear like the murmurs and like chatter from inside suddenly stop. You hear loud clanking. A bugbear dressed head to toe in plate mail that doesn't exactly fit her very well steps up and like sizes you up, notably much taller than you. Hello, can I help you?
Hello. Passing through. Mean no harm. Just giving heads up.
Passing through, mean no harm. That's fine. Have you come to enlist in our service? Or have you come to request our service? Or is this just merely you're traveling by?
Are you mercenary?
We are a band of mercenaries, yes. If you are passing by, you can rest here for a time. We will keep you safe.
Okay. Gruul will take out her Aether pearls and say, safe. Can rest here.
Do we need to rest? We've just started.
Well, you've been traveling for like several hours at this point. You don't
Okay.
need to rest here if you don't want to, but this is a safe spot to rest if you would like to. You can also enlist the help of mercenaries here if you want.
We could join them for a quick meal.
What's it
But
cost?
like, what time is it? I'm imagining it's still like the afternoon.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, like, it's the afternoon, but
Yeah.
not even that far to it.
Yeah, so I don't think we can sleep here tonight, but we can certainly have a late lunch with them.
I mean, we could always cut, like, it doesn't have to be like now. We can always double back, I guess, and
Yeah.
rest here if we need to.
That's fine. It's not like we're too far
Alright.
from Koroth. We're just not really city folk like Winching, and we don't like Koroth. The people there are kind of weird.
What wrong with Koroth people?
So, the people in Winching are all high status types, right? Whereas the people in Koroth are all... how do I put it? They're all very heavy military people. Koroth is essentially just a town for people that live and are married to people that serve in Betfort. And that's fine. I have nothing against these people, but, you know, it's just, I'm not a military woman myself. I've thought about it, but I much prefer working alongside people that I know and trust for causes that we know and trust. No disrespect to Her Majesty and all, but I don't want to get involved in the war into the area.
Gruul just nods.
Sorry, it's a bit too political for this early in the morning.
It's 1 p.m.
Well,
What time did you get
I
up?
mean,
Morning.
I woke
somewhere.
up like half an hour ago. We're actually just having breakfast. We do night patrols here, you see. Gotta make sure that the whatever's coming out of the grove doesn't make its way down or something.
Well, I think we could continue.
Alright. Don't mind us, just some mercenaries. But if you would like to hire us,
We'll keep that in mind.
Is anyone going to do like a equivalent of sense motive on them? Or is there like a knowledge roll that you know about them being legitimate? Or
Can I do a...
can you do sense?
Yeah, can I do a sense roll here?
Absolutely, go ahead.
I'm inclined to believe them, but
Is this
maybe
still
someone else
risky?
This is still risky as a result of choosing the risky opportunity. Even though the situation doesn't feel risky, it's more of like a gameplay thing. Alright.
6. 2,
You're
2, 2.
able to read these people and how they operate and the things that they do. They are criminals, but they are not dangerous criminals. You get this sense, yeah, they're mercenaries and they probably don't have a license to do the stuff that they do. They also probably don't like paying taxes, given that they have dug out a hill in the middle of nowhere and are trying to avoid the capital.
a fake
Okay.
hill.
I don't judge them at all for any of that. Yeah, these people are what they say. Mercenaries, but not bad people.
Yeah, they're definitely on the gray morality side of things. So if you're looking to do something like with good intentions that's a little bit spicy, there you go.
All right. Mercenaries in a perfect Earth dome. little hobbit hole.
All right, let's move while there's still light out.
Yes.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wait, would you like some cabbage rolls?
Yes, I grab one before we get onto the cart,
Right on.
and I'll.
All right, you now know of a safe zone, which is 1 hex away from winching, the most useless spot for a safe zone. But nonetheless, it's
Yeah.
You never know, maybe we
There's a
become
safe
wanted
zone on the
criminals.
other side of winching too.
That's true. Winching is just like that actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. It's just like the metro area of cities or whatever.
When we become wanted criminals, we can hide in either of these places.
I would not hide in the powdered bowl, to be honest.
The famous inn.
We hide in the famous inn that all the rich people go to.
Oh,
Yeah.
we just have to put on like chef's hats, and I mean, none of those people look at the.
They're not gonna
people
question how
working
much
there.
it
All
Rich
right, who
people.
would like to roll next?
I'll roll this time before Dougal can say it. Still a D10?
Yep.
Roll another 7 so we get another goblin.
8! That's the best one.
8. 8 is nothing, I'm afraid.
Power
Ah,
of 2.
What the hell? There you go.
boring.
So, not that it's impossible for it to be something, just that in this particular case it's nothing, because you're right next to Koroth.
Okay.
So, as you're traveling through, you make it on your second day. You have been, like, on edge, I imagine, after being attacked on the road to Winching, but it seems like this area is much better patrolled. The south from Betford Edge to Winching, you do notice that there are, like, patrols going down the roads of soldiers on horseback. Some of them nod at you as you pass by. There are merchants. This part of the area is very safe. You don't know why the Winching to Serial Road was as dangerous as it was, or as uninhabited, other than the fact that there's mostly sea travel from Festivale to Winching, but you'd think that they would improve security. Just something to take note of, you think. You approach the town of Koroth, which has been said to be full of military wives. You don't quite make it in time, though. You choose not to pass on, or to press on and pull an all-nighter. That'd be a little bit too on the edge for just simply traveling. You're not in a hurry or anything.
Yeah, we'll just set up camp.
Next day, you stop in Koroth. This is a town, so if you needed to buy anything, you could. You also get a free camp, if you needed to, but you don't really need to.
Do we want to tune to the crystal?
There is
here?
not a crystal in Koroth.
Oh, it'd be in the fortress.
So, this is something the world map is good for. 1 second here.
That's what we're looking at right now.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of a different place. There is one in Koroth. If you'd like to stay here for a week, you can attune to the crystal. I was thinking of Bunwisp, which does not have one for some reason. Sorry. Koroth does have one.
Obviously, it would take us time. I'm just mindful
Do
of
we,
this is our job.
are we on a?
Yeah.
Are we in a hurry at all? I don't think we are. We chose the longest route.
Yeah, you are not on a hurry. They just want somebody to look after it. As a reminder, your goal here is to go to the Starcrest Temple because they want someone to follow the star map just to see where it leads so they can make sure that Salcrow and such don't get to it.
We have no reason to necessarily believe that a week will make a difference at this time.
Yeah.
And this is our official above board mission to do this. So
Okay.
Yes, and it's our last stop for a
the
while.
desert. So if you want to do it,
Yeah.
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 All right. In that case, you spend 1 week. The town of Koroth is not very large. It is mostly residential areas because, again, this is primarily for people who are related to the people of Bedford Edge. You can see Bedford Edge from miles away. It is on a hill, and it is a giant walled fortress that has, among other things, like it has cannons pointed at the bay just in case. It has a dock for airships. Like, this is fully kitted out. It is one of the largest fortresses in this region of the world. And you can literally see it from in this town. One of the things about Bedford Edge in particular is the largest tower where the airship docks are. It has a giant stained glass depiction of the founder of this country. So when you look at it, it creates sort of like a rainbow effect from even very far away. You can kind of see it. You heard correctly from the goblins, though. When you go into the town, the majority of the people are just like immediately wary of you because you are not in uniform. Pretty much everyone here is in uniform or they know someone who is. It's very...
Not a lot of people passing through.
There are people passing through, like there's definitely accommodations. It's not an unaccommodating place. It's a place on the side of a highway that you travel through, and the fact that you're staying here is strange to these people. They're used to people passing through. They're not used to people staying for a week.
We're just preparing. We're heading over into the Alden Desert next, and so we just wanted to make sure we were adequately stocked.
The Aldonans, yeah, they're good people over there.
I've never made it over there. I've stayed this side of the mountains for my whole life.
It is pretty inhospitable.
Any significant threats in the desert that we should be worried about?
In the desert, not particularly. There's a checkpoint that keeps any rabble from getting into here. I've heard rumors.
Is that at the border?
Sorry.
I don't know. I heard the desert had giant spiders and stuff.
They
are not tamed like Misfells.
They do. They have a number of things. There is a strange person, actually, that passed by asking about the Alden Desert as well.
Strange? Strange how?
Strange, like, weird split blue coat that they wear, talking about Daxted. I don't know.
Talking about that.
You don't know him?
Doesn't sound like anyone we know.
Yeah, apparently there's some sort of temple in the desert or something like that.
Is this? Did they just describe the jester?
Nope. This sounds nothing.
Oh.
Split glue coat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a long coat with like
Wait,
a split.
is this that mysterious person that
Gruel saw probably, I think.
ran into?
That does not sound like Vanille. You're talking about Vanille here.
Okay.
The coat's like some 16th century, like one of those longer coats.
Yeah, one of those like very long
has tails.
Yep.
Kind of ones. Yeah. Okay.
It's very elaborate, old looking, weird, antique.
Okay.
But they describe this coat, essentially it's like overly luxurious, but the way that this person carries themselves makes them feel like a military man. But on the other hand, this person is not involved in any military. They're not wearing any colors, especially that of Thaxted. So no one really knows what to think about it. It was just like, here's some weird guy passing through.
I will keep an eye out for him, I guess.
Did they say the name of the temple?
No, they didn't. They just said that they're looking for information on a temple in the desert, and we don't know anything about that.
They were alone.
They were alone Ish. He had this golem with him.
Gold.
Yeah. He didn't look like a wizard, maybe. I don't know, maybe he had a favor or something.
Because Arrington had golems, but
Yeah. This is so fucking bloated.
Yeah.
I wonder if ChatGPT could be
All right.
Akinator, actually.
So,
Wonder how good
where
it
we
would
last
be.
left off before the internet crashed,
All right, here we go.
oh yeah, how much did you miss our question?
I don't know, you were asking about a temple in the desert.
The guy the strange guy. We were asking how he was traveling by foot, right?
Oh yeah.
Foot or by cart or horse or something.
Well, that's the thing, is the guy's like on the back of the golem most of the time. It has like a
And
like a little, how do you say, like a little yeah,
backpack
like a
thing.
backpack thing.
How long ago was this?
This was a few days ago. Just came by. That's why I thought you guys are
Alright.
related. Probably just a coincidence.
What is man? Human? Elf? Halfling?
So sorry, Lightborn, I couldn't tell. He wears this really annoying flamboyant hat, is the thing. Covers his ears. Can't tell.
I'm sure it wasn't an amazing hat.
It's like, there's this big floofy hat. It's like it was a triangle and there was like this giant feather. He said it's a rock feather.
Sounds like a pretty cool hat.
I mean, it's too big. It's a very big hat.
A rock feather. Do we know where rocks are native to in the world?
That's a good question. Do any of you have like knowledge that would be relevant to that?
If they live anywhere in this region we're in now, I would probably know.
They are not
Probably
native to
also
this
a bit up
region.
further north. Probably like maybe even north as well, up into the
Mhm.
highlands.
Not relevant to you.
Okay.
Only if it was somehow related to giants, but probably not.
It is actually somewhat related to giants. So you could attempt a study check. Dougal also can attempt a study check due to being the study master.
I'm assuming we're controlled.
Yep.
Almost certain to fail this. Oh, double five.
Double fives.
I want the minor complication if it's
All
an
right.
option.
The minor complication is that you know the story behind this, because the story is the thing that you were interested in. You know that rocks are native to Pescaia. And in the Pestian Empire, where these rocks can be found, they were originally thought to have been bred by giants so that the giants could have something to fight the dragons. The giants and the dragons were famously at war, and this is the result of the calamity that destroyed the world and caused it to be in this post-apocalyptic state that we're in now, as we all know. But what you're familiar with, which is a little bit more interesting, is that in Pescaia, there is a story of a legendary great rock, a clay beast, a being that was gaining divine power, and it was attacked by some chefs.
Chefs?
A team of chefs, legendary warrior cooks, attacked this literally nearly divine being. However, you were very drunk and forgot how that story ended.
Yeah, that tracks.
Dang, that would be useful to know.
But man, legendary chefs. Isn't that like the important part?
Eh,
Hmm.
not really.
What if this guy was a legendary chef?
He doesn't look like a legendary chef to me.
You say of the person that you have not seen.
Oh,
Doesn't sound like one.
he,
Darn it.
if he was a chef, he wouldn't be wearing that hat. He would be wearing a chef's hat.
I mean, I think
I mean,
chefs
I'm still a
don't wear
wizard
that
when I'm
outside
not
of their
wearing
work,
the
right?
hat. But I think there's a pretty hard limit to how much we can guess about a guy from a description.
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Smarty Pants, if you don't think he's a legendary chef, what do you think he is? Or where you got the
I
rock?
think he's a guy who came through. I don't know.
I'm
We
asking
don't
you to
have
roll
enough
a
information.
knowledge check. Roll your study. What do you know about rocks to contradict me?
All right.
So
Clearly, who else would possibly bring a rock feather all the way over
at
here?
this point, Oven goes, what do you know about rocks? And then Dougal thinks for a second.
Darn, that wasn't a great
Dougal,
roll.
minor complication or reduced effect?
We'll go with reduced effect.
All right. So the complication is that Oven has this like overly dramatic view of rocks as these legendary creatures that fly in and like hunt dragons for sport. Now, Dougal, on the other hand, you just think rocks are very large birds.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're birds that are very big. They wouldn't be that big if they weren't like kind of magical, but it doesn't go that far beyond being big.
So on one hand, we have the down player. On the other hand, we have the exaggerator. So you have this argument about rocks in front of like this military husband guy who's just like watching, like, okay. All right, well, if you have any other questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to go on with my shopping.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
Thank
Sorry.
you for your time.
Thank you.
Guy,
Yeah, but okay, if you had like a rock and two dragons fight each other, who would win? Probably the rock, right?
I would think the two dragons.
I mean, they're both legendary, but if a rock is like hunting dragons for sport already, you can probably take two. Like if you were
I
out
don't
there
know.
like hunting rats, I think you could take two rats with your bare
Well, yeah,
hands.
but what about a rat? I mean, rocks and dragons, aren't they about the same size?
All right, a large
all right,
dog.
Dougal. Please use either your charm or command as the guide here to determine the quality of the lodgings that you get at this camp.
Ooh.
This makes a
boy.
lot of sense as well. I can't imagine anyone but Dougal handling like the paperwork and logistics of the group.
Well, it's a military
That's
council. I could
very
potentially,
true.
but if it was up to Oven, we'd be just in like
Yeah,
barracks or
this is a
something, so-
guide role specifically. Like this is one of the things that the guides do.
Yeah.
But it just fits very well with the group dynamic.
Ah, crap.
All right. So, I will give you an option of either ending up in a desperate position or a complication occurs. The complication further branches out into two choices of what you want to have minus 1d on. So you can either have minus...
we can
take
we
the
can expend effort to
complication.
aid him, right?
You can.
If we
But
so
this
wanted.
is hold on. I've got a thing from being an elder and watching over Dougal. Hold on,
That's
let
for
me
burden
pull it
thing,
up.
right?
Is it?
But basically, we could spend one effort to aid him.
Oh,
in
when
getting
they would take a
lodgings to give him a
burden.
boon. So he'd roll another
Okay.
d6.
You can also choose to suffer harm if you'd like. For the sake of the camp, this would be after. This would be before the camp, so actually, just taking harm would make the most sense here. So you can just camp afterwards.
Unless narratively you would
Yeah.
not.
Narratively, I don't see Dougal managing to hurt himself
Well, you're trying to argue that we should have lodgings here, and they're like, we only serve active military members.
Yeah.
Or
We went to
something.
a really
Yeah, you'll fight
shitty. We went to
over
a biker bar.
Now that I think about it, saying you can take the harm and then heal it off is kind of silly. So you can choose to take the harm. In this case, the strain would be 4 because, or no, sorry, you're not in desperate yet. The strain would be 2. You're not in desperate.
I'm gonna go with the
The complication. All right. So the lodgings that you try to get are very difficult because the majority of the places here are designed for, well, people who are married to people in the fortress. There's the barracks, but you have been denied access to the barracks. You're not really part of the military, although you do have some like presence within the military that you could have potentially pushed. Dougal is not the confident type to say, actually, we are on official business and we have been deputy knighted by the queen herself.
We're on a secret mission
Dougal
for the
would not
Queen.
say that in a million years. So instead, Dougal, you have gotten the group lodgings. You will not be sleeping out in the streets. Instead, you'll be sleeping in the stable.
Well,
As a result, you are either just completely groggy and fatigued and not able to keep up with just the regular travels as you're constantly trying to like rest yourself up while on the road, which will be -1 to traverse, or as a result, you are mentally exhausted, which will be -1 to sense.
is this just for
This will
me?
be for the entire group.
We're better off sleeping in a damn campfire.
Let's go with sense.
Sense. All right, so as you are traveling in Koroth, trying to attune to this crystal, you guys are sleeping in the stables, and the creatures in the stables, like there's a bunch of horses, goats, watermelons, etc., they are not the best bed partners that you can have. You're just kind of in, like, huddled up in one corner with hay, and occasionally these things will wake up in the middle of the night, and it's just a thoroughly miserable situation. But what makes it worse isn't sleeping there. It's waking up the next day and knowing that you're going to sleep there the next night. You cannot wait for this week to be over. And you finally fully understand where these goblins are coming from. This place sucks. No matter how hard you try to find alternative lodgings, they just say no thank you. There are temporary places that you can go to sleep for one night, but they insist that you cannot have an extended stay.
Fuck this town.
At the end,
Dougal is actually tired and grumpy enough that he does say that at some point.
oh my god. Alright, Dougal puts 1 dust in the swear jar.
God.
At the end of the arc, it will turn into 2 dust. Alright, after 1 week...
Okay, the Aether Vault is officially the swear jar now.
Alright, you have attuned to Koroth, which you probably don't want to be, but it is close by to Betford Edge, so you never know. Or Betforge, as they call it here, but Betford Edge is how people who aren't from here say it. So, with that in mind, who would like to roll next?
Sure.
Matt, Jess.
D10.
Go.
We're just
9.
progressively
9.
getting better.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
That's true, yeah.
Got us straight.
Small street.
Small straight, yeah. If we're using Yahtzee terms.
Alright.
Man.
I remember.
You guys remember Yahtzee?
Gruel.
Yep.
As you are traveling up ahead, you potentially notice something here. Please go ahead and roll sense -1d.
Oh, yeah. You did not
Alright.
sleep very well last week.
Is this risky or controlled?
This is still risky as we have not shifted up. So potentially here, like the guide roll could have shifted this up. Oh my god.
The -1 actually mattered quite badly.
It's not that bad. Alright, I will give you a choice of either a complication or a reduced effect here. Though I won't tell you what it is until the time, so just stew on this for a second. But as you travel up ahead, you notice that there is a path that's been trodden. Just a little bit, not like extensively traveled, but there are footprints. So you follow the footprints stealthily and you come to a clearing which has a rock, a stump, and a tree. For the time being, though I'm putting you in this map, you are not in this scene. Zephyr, Dougal, and Oven, you canonically are not here.
Oh.
You also notice that there is a large patch of weeds. So, I will now give you a choice here. A complication or a reduced effect. So, this area...
Complication.
You don't see the map if it doesn't matter? Complication?
If it matters. I don't see the map.
Can everyone else see the map?
I see.
I can see
You might
it.
need to refresh, Jazz. Let me tell you what's
Okay.
going on here. You have encountered what appears to be some sort of buried treasure. You can tell by the way that things are that this area has been heavily tampered with. Now, the complication is that I will not tell you. I'll give you the choice now. The complication and the reduced effect. So the reduced effect is I will give you less perfect information about what is going on. And the complication is I will give you better information, but I will not disclose where the booby trap is.
The
Complication. All right. So there are potentially booby traps in the area that you sniff out, but you're not certain where they could be. There is potentially an item here. There could be something here. There could be something inside this tree. And there could be something hollowed out or underneath this rock, because there are footprints leading to all of these. You also get a sense of danger, just something innate inside of you. Perhaps this is something to do with adrenaline, but you're not certain. So, there's also just miscellaneous plants that don't matter. So, your options are, you can either look inside the tree. Looking inside the tree is going to give you on a 4 or higher, then you find the treasure, and on a 3 or lower, you get a trap.
Okay. And this is a D6 or?
On the rock,
On the rock sounds like a saying you
it is.
could do. Ooh. Get different odds.
I can't do all three. I can only do one. Or
So
So,
you
So
gotta-
tho-
higher
those are
risk
your
reward,
options here,
yeah.
yes. And I will also mention that no one checked the stream. No stream snipes. I am going to whisper which of
Okay.
the options is booby trapped 100% of the time. So if you select that one, boom. A trap being there does not necessarily mean that you cannot check another place. Does that make sense? So if
Right,
you
yeah.
like have a trap blow up in your face, that sure sucks. But you can try again. Once you find the treasure, you can no longer gamble.
okay, I want to find the treasure.
Great treasure. Great treasure.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like,
That's great treasure in all caps. I want to.
why would you do rock over weeds? It's the same, except you have a chance of great treasure.
Well, you might end up doing multiple of them, so
I wonder
that's
why.
Also, if he didn't have the minor complication, he might know more information that would, aid him.
All right.
Is the this is
I'm
clever.
a great.
The meme could be that weeds isn't the trap. It just seems obviously to be the trap, but it isn't the trap. The meme is that it is the trap. It obviously was the trap, and you're dumb for falling for it. I don't know.
Well, you have to remember, Pog isn't Sicilian, so
Does it really matter? Just
to my
suffer the trap.
knowledge.
It's fine.
I'm immune to
Smile.
traps. That's how I beat it. I practiced taking traps like the poison guy in the Princess Bride.
Just resist.
And people say
result.
that non-combat encounters are boring.
They're boring, bro. Okay, let me see. 1 to 2 trap, 5 treasure, 6. You know what?
The great treasure is just—it's a corpse.
When a trap goes off, will I be able to use any of my action ratings to mitigate or deal with the trap? Or
Yes, you will be able to use an action rating to potentially make things better. So effectively what will happen is you are guaranteed to take 2 strain no matter what. And then you roll to see if anything worse happens.
no? Okay. Strain gets reset on a camp?
Yes, on a camp. So you have 2...
Wait. Hold on. I have something I could do to help.
Yeah, Gruel, at this point, you can call people in with the Aether Pearls. As there's no immediate danger, just don't mess with these.
All right. Yeah, let me link the ability.
Is there any reason why we couldn't catch up to him?
There's no reason at all. This is what I'm saying. Like, you can use the Aether Pearl and call people in.
Gruel will lift up the Aether Pearl and say, 5 different, come in. 5 different places. Don't touch anything.
Here it is. Parable.
Parable, baby.
Here it is. Okay, so I can ask any action ahead of you.
Oh.
Okay. So I think I could use this for like a specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jess, is there one like you wanted to check? You want to check?
Okay, let's see.
Or you want to eliminate?
I do.
We
Noom.
Weeds.
Yeah, weeds. I think.
Okay.
All right. What is the path if we were to check the weeds?
You look around and you think about this here, and you feel a connection to Noom. You sense that there's no great disturbance by the weeds. So you will gain 1d when investigating the weeds, and you know that it is not a guaranteed trap.
Well, what's the path?
Okay.
This is the path of.
This is the path of opportunity.
Ooh.
Like it says, animal,
really...
plant, or natural element.
Roll.
Let's say this is the path of earth. No, this is the plant of weeds.
Path of weeds.
This is the path of weeds.
Path of...
The weeds are weeds. Probably not trapped. Okay.
All right. So yeah, could I do a check for
Just check the weeds already.
for the weeds?
Certainly.
What would that be?
You can use sense.
2d6 KH1.
You can do sense, so this will be minus 1d because of the ongoing penalty, and then plus 1d because of parable, so just roll normally. And this is risky.
Okay.
Can I just be nearby?
Sure.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Dang.
Very, very good. You find the great treasure.
Hey.
Nice.
Hey.
Noom guides us all.
Feels good.
Praise be to Noom.
It's no Alex, but he's pretty good.
All right. Now,
That's it.
I will allow you another opportunity if you feel up to it. You can continue to try to sniff out where the trap is and then disarm the trap. Or you can just leave this. There's no reason to do this other than perhaps it could help you with some of your ideals. Um,
Yeah, just leaving this trap around. I mean, we couldn't really
A stray
do that.
a stray animal might trigger it or something. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably find that trap. There's definitely something here.
But I like.
What is the great treasure?
I will go over that once we've completed this encounter.
Okay.
Pog, would I be able to just? Never mind.
Hold on, I can deal with the stone if you want to deal with the others.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Stone Crusher.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna crush the stone. I'm just gonna destroy it. Trap it all, if there is one.
Okay.
Smash?
Yep.
Risky, I
No,
assume?
charm.
Yeah, I charmed the rock. Oh boy.
Oh.
Wait, this was the rock. Rock is 1 to 2 trap. I don't know if that matters.
This is a 3. The rock is 1 to 2 traps, so you destroy the rock. You determine that the trap is absolutely not there. There are no traps in this rock. It has been hollowed out, but there's nothing inside of it.
Oven salutes and says, "It's clear."
Good job, Oven.
Huh.
All right, so what's left? The tree and the stump?
Yep. Could I would endure just trying to Terminator the trap? Would that be a thing, or will I still take strain no matter what if there's a trap? I guess no, because it's just a 1d. It's just a 6 roll. Yeah, okay.
What's the tree is the 50-50.
Tree's the 50-50, that's correct.
And stump's the long shot. I think could I check them all because I've got the highest sense, or is that like is it?
If you want to,
I think it makes more sense. One person does each thing. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's one person do each thing.
Okay.
4 things, 4 players.
Why not? It's more fun that way.
Sure. Gruel will just try to trigger the trap and endure it.
Try to trigger the trap and then endure it? Okay, go ahead and give me an endure.
Yeah, so she's
Just reaching into this tree, huh?
oof.
All right.
It's
So, you reach into the tree, and you have a choice of suffer harm or end up in a desperate position.
I'll just suffer harm.
Okay, so this is going to take.
Is harm
So
strain?
yes, you take 2 strain, and then you take an additional 2 strain from just like taking the explosion head on and not doing anything to mitigate it.
Can I use my special ability?
Certainly.
When an ally close to you suffers strain, you can take the strain for them.
Right on.
In addition, when you spend 1 effort, which I'll spend 1 effort to reduce it by 1.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll basically Gruel will trigger the trap and I'll pull you back immediately and just step in the way.
Your armor makes this a lot more palatable. You feel the shrapnel like bounce off your armor, but you still take the shock of it. You take 3 strain rather than 4, and 1 effort has been spent.
Alright, I think there's something else I've got. Steel skin. First time you take strain in the session, reduce to
Nice.
0.
Nice.
Alright.
Damn.
The armor takes all of it. Actually, no, my newly bought great shield. I hold that up.
Nice.
Oh,
Just block the whole hole.
Amazing.
nice
A
work.
combo.
Oh, I don't need to spend the effort then. So
Alright, so you will
to reduce
you'll
rate one.
avoid
Yeah.
that. Okay, I'll go ahead and give you your...
That just absorbed 4 strain. That's incredible.
That is like the best case scenario of it usually. Yeah. Nope. That's the first time I would have taken strain, so yeah. That's the combo.
Nice. All right, Dougal, it's your turn. The stump needs to be checked.
Oh, can there be more than one trap?
There could be more than one trap. That is correct.
Ooh.
Hats, are you? I think you're muted. Are you trying to talk?
I'm talking. Are you hearing me?
Now I hear you.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, I was more making slight Dougal sounds.
Okay.
You want me to poke at a trapped stump?
We don't know if it's trapped.
Well, I mean, you can use whatever method you want, but
yeah. Yeah, you can.
Why?
Well, because we all did one, and so you should have a turn.
it's more fun that way.
I'm not sticking my hand into a trap.
Well, you could use magic. You could use magic hands or something. Use your new magic abilities.
Dougal, you are now the head of an entire magical academy.
I am
think you can
not!
handle a stump.
Hey. You're not the head of a magical
Stop saying
academy,
I am.
but
I
you're the
am-
magical head of this party. The head of magic of this party.
Use your
can't
magic.
deny that. You can't
Look,
deny
you
that.
probably
That's
have some
logically
fancy
true.
magic to detect a trap, right? Why don't you just use that?
That magic
It's
exists. I don't know it.
just- Have to believe, Dougal.
It's all about willpower. If you believe there's no trap, there will be no trap. If you
Dougal,
believe-
watch this. Actually, no, I'm not going to use my second parable.
Did you see me confidently
day.
destroy that rock over there? I knew there would be no trap.
Girl's gonna speak up. Take time, study stump. Oof. Oof.
I like the description.
Definitely trapped stump. It's just trapped.
It wasn't trapped. It was
You may
treasured.
now view the stream. Because the guaranteed trap was on the stump.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Really?
Dougal,
remember one was guaranteed.
You are so cautious of this that you are on edge and ready to bail at a second's notice. And as soon as you hear a click, you just immediately belt out a shield spell.
Forgot.
You only take 2 strain.
Are you happy?
I mean, I could take it for you. But I think this is a learning experience. So.
What?
Yeah. About peer pressure.
I don't know what lesson you're going to learn, but you're going to learn a lesson, okay? See, Dougal, you willed it into it being a trap. You thought it would be a trap so badly there was a trap there.
I forgot that there was a guaranteed trap. And we did 3 of the 4.
I mean, well, no, it wasn't. Well, we wanted to disable it, right? We knew the trap was there. It's just.
Oh, that's true.
This is like you win a Minesweeper and you're like, alright, one more.
Yeah,
It's just out of character. We decided everyone will do one thing, and then that basically.
Yeah, it's like everyone gets a chance to pull treasure.
No.
Well,
We
there's
didn't.
only one treasure.
There was only
brother.
one treasure, and we had it.
So everyone, the great treasure.
Oh.
So as you take this treasure chest out, Zephyr, you notice that this is encrusted with all kinds of fey runes, and you realize that Dougal actually would realize that this was sent in by the Magic Items Brigade of the Feywilds. So some special operative gnomes are in charge of finding magical items and riches and putting them in treasure chests and hiding them around the world. That's why there's so many explosions here. This is Nelstat's work. And the gods have smiled on you today because there is a total of 6 options and you may select 2 of them. Here we go.
Oh.
So, number 1 is Dick's Resplendent Elixir of Splendor, which is spelled incorrectly. So
Whoa.
once per expedition, you can heal for 1 vitality, and that is a heal, mind you.
A cure?
No, this is a
Or-
heal. So this will allow you to go above bloody. Essentially, you have 10 vitality, so this will give you plus 10 hit points. There are very few items like that that exist in this world, and this is one of them.
It's 1 use per
Expedition. That's correct.
Damn, that's good.
Forever? Like it doesn't go away?
Yeah, once per expedition. You have to recharge it at a crystal, but all of your expeditions will end at an ether crystal by design of this game. Number 2 is 1 dust. Just they have like
Very good.
some magic trinkets that you can sell for 1 dust and get some money. Number 3, boots of speed. So you can use these boots to take the dash action as a free action, and these can be used 3 times before the boots break away. However,
Okay.
yes, the enchantment is limited. However, you'll notice that you can use this dash action as a free action. There's no limit. So if you want to go like turbo mode and then move 4 times in a round, you can.
Keep dashing.
4 is you get 5 devil pebbles. When you use for a range basic attack, the pebbles never miss. So it's a guaranteed hit on just your regular attack macro.
Neat.
Number 5 is a shield cloak. This is once per combat, and you can reduce damage taken for 1 dice to 1. So let's say someone rolls 2d, and they roll an 8 and a 3. You can turn the 8 into a 1.
Okay.
And then number 6 is another 1 dust worth of assorted magical items that don't really mean anything.
The 2 that seem the best to me
Yeah.
are the elixir and the shield cloak.
Yep.
They-
1 in 5. I was going to say
They're the only permanent ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like obviously I like permanent things, but also just those are some very strong bonuses in general.
Well,
Yeah.
keep in mind, Boots of Speed is if it wasn't like if it was permanent, Boots of Speed would be the best one, I think, because not
yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
has opportunity
Now,
attacks.
I
with
will
this.
give you one final point of consideration. The enchantment on the Boots of Speed expires after a while, right? You
Right.
may make an ambition to re-enchant the Boots of Speed.
Oh,
Mm.
so
I, don't know if
let
I still don't think it's...
Well, okay, Shield of Cloak is saving... Most people are going to have like a D6 or D8 of damage. You're potentially saving like 6 or 7 damage. 5 to 7 damage. Once
Yeah,
a
but
combat,
every
which is
combat.
good. It's definitely good.
Yeah.
Like
It's better than, I guess, yeah. It's variable, but yeah.
and you could
Shield
decide
Cloak-
it on really big rolls
It
too.
is,
right?
yeah.
seems like especially kind of good for Zephyr, who I feel
Shield
like
cloak?
is well, I feel like you're kind of in the thick of things a little as while still being
I-
kind of squishy.
No, I think I'm going to be out a lot.
He's going to be
'cause I think I'm
teleporting
gonna be-
around all over the
Oh, in
place
that case,
to be
cool.
wherever he
Yeah.
wants.
I think... Oh, I was thinking Oven, because he
I can redirect
Damage
attacks
on
to
Owen
me,
gets
so...
reduced so much.
yeah, he can
already.
redirect...
That's such a fun combo, like Cloud Rune and then the cloak comes out and blocks the hit.
Okay, that
Yeah.
actually is really good. Never mind.
That's nuts.
It would basically be what you just did with Gruul again.
yeah.
Let me take that, and let me take minimum. Not 0, but 1.
I
Also,
mean, the heal is, maybe I think we overvalue it. I don't know.
It's really nice, but it's not game changing in the way the other ones are. Like it's just
No.
good to have is the idea behind it.
What is healing
Does any of us
again?
have like really good dashes? Like any more than like 2 spaces for a dash?
I do. I'm probably the most mobile. I've got a dash.
I think you also have dash too.
Like
Is your dash?
Yeah, you also have
teleport?
dash too. This is mostly
I've
like
teleported.
if you get a
Yeah,
skirmisher,
but
it's good.
That'd be like
Yeah.
really good on a road or
Mhm.
something.
Actually,
yeah,
wait.
sure, it's really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all have dash.
Yeah, no,
too.
my speed is Oh, dash is half
Yep.
the speed. Okay.
Unless you're skirmy.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that.
Maybe it's not so
No.
great for us right now, but
Oh, that's
And I'd prefer to teleport anyways. So
I should also point out that the
mean-
the Resplendent Elixir of Splendor does not heal wounds.
Oh, yeah. In that case,
yeah. What is healing again? What does
Okay, so-
heal do in
So
this
let's say
system?
you have, for example, you have 32 health, right? The way 32 health is derived
Mm-hmm.
is you have 8 vitality. So times
Times
4
4,
because you
yeah.
have 0 wounds. If you have 1 wound, then you have 24 HP.
Times 3.
Okay.
Yep. I
So
think I got
what
that.
the Elixir of Splendor allows you to do is it heals you for 1 vitality. Normally in this game, if you lose a fight, or win or lose, if you take damage in a fight, you heal up to bloodied. So whatever half HP is for you. In this case, it's 16.
Okay.
You cannot heal past 16. The Resplendent Elixir of Splendor will allow you to heal up to 24 from bloodied. In this game, normally, healing moves do not actually heal you. Cures will give you a shield. Okay? So here's a cure.
Yeah.
temp HP. Yeah.
It gives you a
So what is the 1 vitality?
vitality is basically 1/4 your max HP. It is from where health is derived.
To heal for 1.
Yes, so you have a vitality score of 8, so this will give you 8 health. Oven has a
It's in
vitality
your
of
class
Yeah.
stats.
10, so Oven heals for
10.
10.
So you can gain health at the expense of maximum health?
No.
No.
What?
This is just
I'm
straight up
not
a regular
following.
heal as in D&D. Like you just your HP
Okay.
goes up by the same amount as your vitality.
So in this game, normally...
I was reading the sentence wrong.
Yeah, so
I
in
got
this
it
game,
now.
normally, it's impossible without camping to get your health back above bloodied. But the Resplendent Elixir of
Yes.
Splendor allows you to do this 1 time.
Per
expedition.
Once per person, not
No.
per person.
Once per
right?
expedition.
Yeah, okay.
Now, you could, again, for all of these items, you can use, like, personal ambitions to upgrade them or make them better. So this is just, like, the base form that they have. And then if you're like, okay, I want to expand the Resplendent Elixir of Splendor, make it larger so we can carry more in it, then maybe you can get an additional charge, that sort of thing.
Okay. The only thing I could think of Boots of Speed being good for me is would this be a reasonable ambition in ever, like, I don't know, change it to teleport and change it to, X amount of times a day? Is that an ambition that could be achieved
those
over?
would be some very
That'd
long
be a
ambitions.
project.
Yeah,
but if you wanted to work on that, you could be like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take these boots and I'm going to pimp them out, and I'm going to spend like all of my downtime for the foreseeable future
Okay.
making these the best boots ever. But you could absolutely do that.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't think I want to go through all that. I still think 1 and 5 are the best options.
They're good. 2 and 6 is good too.
Well, the thing about do we think either of these, of 1 or 5, is worth more than 1 dust? Then we should take 1 or 5
I think
instead of dust.
I think inevitably, and probably very often, we'll be in scenarios where it's like, shit, do we really want to camp to heal? Or can we even camp because something else is happening? And the potion
Yeah.
comes clutch. I feel like that might happen a lot.
I'm gonna
I'm
lock
just
my
going
votes
to
in
bring
as
up
1
one
and
more
5.
point here, just because no one's brought it up, and I am an advocate for my players. Devil Pebble is fucking cracked on Oven.
On me. I was actually I was thinking of Gruel, but that's only because thematically you use bubbles. But yeah,
But a basic ranged attack, isn't that just the D8?
I can
plus
technically
fray?
do a ranged attack of range 2.
I think with Oven throws it in the air and like punches it like a baseball.
I mean, before we switched to Icon, I was throwing
Yep.
the greatsword around, so
It's not unreasonable. But when you look at like overkill, adding a guaranteed hit onto that with Hisats is really good.
I mean, then the boon doesn't matter, but
Well, it's the damage dice, right?
Damage dice
Yeah,
upgraded to
yeah,
10.
So that's just one thing to consider. It's also good for Gruul, obviously, because Gruul's good range.
And then presumably we could start an ambition to learn how to recreate these
Mhm, mhm.
things.
or just,
Okay.
get more pebbles. Or I think it's a good reliable. You need to finish someone off right now.
All these are good. I think these are all
Yeah.
equally good. I just put 2 dust here in
Yeah.
case you want to play big money. So, you don't need to think about this right now. Let's go back to the world map, and then you can come up with the decision later, just to keep things moving along.
Well,
Yeah.
I think 5 definitely, but maybe...
If I do 5, I'm definitely gonna work on upgrading that. Do like 2
Yeah.
for combat or something.
Whoop.
Or like a combo ability on it.
All right. So, who has not rolled on the encounter table?
Cool.
Who rolled the last one?
I think I did. Yeah, I did. I think it's just Jazz that didn't.
Ooh.
Couldn't
That's not a
finish the
10.
large straight.
Okay.
2 dragons.
I mean, that means we might get a combat, which
Would be nice. And we could figure out the value of these things.
well, that means we probably have to decide. We can just do a quick vote. Just gut instinct.
I mean, what if you could turn that stone thing into like a rune and put it on your weapon and get it once a combat? Is 3 the stones?
3 is the boots.
Yeah.
The devil pebbles are
boots.
4.
Oh.
I'm thinking if you upgrade them, they'll be sick.
who posted that one though? 5 and 3.
That must have been Doug.
Oh, that was me. That was me.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, this is you?
Yeah, if you deselect the
do it.
cart, then you...
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
I'm getting
less.
less of a 1.
If I do this, that works. Yeah.
Right on. Ooh, /OOC. That's another good way to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like even like an ambition to upgrade that devil pebble to one that worked like a pebble that works once a combat, but doesn't destroy itself, so you can pick it up afterwards and use it in the next combat. Who just said that?
I did.
Was that? All right, let's do 5-3.
All right. So inside this, you find that there is a cloak and boots. Who will be taking the boots for now?
I want to say Dougal because he sometimes needs to get away from, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll try not to use them up.
Okay.
Unless Gruul really
And-
thinks.
I think I'm fine with movement. I teleport a lot.
Yeah, you're very good mobility right now.
Right on.
Like if those could be changed to teleport, that's a free action to bring down a call lightning.
Hey, and Dougal, what do these boots look like?
Or you two can decide which of you take it.
Oh no, I don't need it now. I'm just saying, like, if we were to
I
upgrade
think the
it.
boots, regrettably, have that kind of obnoxious, like, they go really high, but then
Oh,
fall
no.
down.
Oh, something like rub against each other. Yeah.
Well, okay. He, and I think they are, they're a dark brown and have some kind of tacky lightning bolts. Embroidered
those lightning
into
bolts
the
are incredible.
bolt part.
Those are amazing. The work on that is gorgeous.
It is not gorgeous. It is. Like the embroidery itself is good, but it was by someone who can't really draw a lightning bolt. Like, oh.
Like someone trying to figure out how to draw a lightning bolt. Like their attempts, like how does it go? How do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like when you try to like write bubble letters as a kid, and then you start running out of space, so they get increasingly cramped.
And like you close it up in a spot, and then you realize, oh no, you can't. But then you did it in pen, so you can't erase it.
What does the cloak look like? I think Oven wants the cloak.
Yes, Owen gets the cloak.
Start with the color.
Oh yeah, getting Gruul into position would be really nice.
It is, but it's also like you want to reserve it for an emergency situation, anyways, right? So it's like it's not
I
often.
mean,
That's true.
For the
I will happily pass them off to Gruul. I do not have a strong attachment and did not expect to be getting them.
I think they're good on you for now, but any kind of upgrade we can make on them, then they get better for Gruul or me.
Okay.
So we'll figure that out later. Ooh, are we here at the border now? Oh,
someone
where are we
moved
now?
it.
Okay. So I've got something I want to do before we go into
What
the
color
desert.
is the cloak?
We're gonna go with it's some kind of like a light blue maybe,
Light blue.
Nice.
but it's in a little bit of a for repair, and it's got a design of a griffin on it, I guess.
All right.
Because that's what the random generator gave me. Yeah. That's the best way to decide.
Hey, if it works, it works. All right.
Oh, it's supposed to be fancy, so maybe it's not in poor repair, but
I think it was fancy at some point, but it's been like here for some time. Not in the perfect repair.
it's been used.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly.
It's been used and then put in a box and then hidden under dirt for like who knows how long. All right. Anyway,
Very good.
Just give me a little bit here, as this
Oh right.
This
we rolled
is
a
not-
2.
exactly accurate, but you come across a bridge. On the river. Now,
over.
Zephyr, give me a sense check.
Over.
Minus 1d, remember?
-1, yes. Sense. -1, risky.
Ooh, nice.
Partial success.
So, you are noticing that there is not exactly an ambush, more of like a group of people up ahead. Now, you can either have a complication or a reduced effect. The complication is simply that they notice you just about the same time you notice them. And the reduced effect is you notice them before they notice you. As you're heading up, you catch them with their metaphorical pants down, but you catch them as you are close enough that you cannot avoid this encounter. You do not know that they're hostile. However, they are clearly armed,
Okay.
and they're clearly like taking up position on this bridge?
Let's go with reduced effect. They see me.
Okay, so the complication is they see you. Reduced effect is you notice that they are there by the time you are so close that trying to escape is not trivial. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I wanted that situation. It ends up with them. They notice me, and so now we talk.
Well,
I mean, that's fine. That is certainly a way that this could be described.
Oh, okay.
So
like-
at this point, they are looking away from you. You notice them on the other side of the bridge, and they are just currently chatting around a campfire talking, and they are so preoccupied with what they are doing that they do not notice you're here. Oh, and I should also mention, let me see if I can do this, actually. This would be cool. I'm about to do something cool, if I can do it. Can I do it? I think.
Can you do it? There's one cat, bro.
There's one cat. There's actually 12 people here, but I have not
12?
gotten around to putting them on the board. Yes, 12. I can do it. Wait, watch this. Check out the movie magic.
Let's hope they don't all have adrenaline. Action economy is not in our
Check it
favor.
out.
Ooh, we're in Mexico now.
Yeah, it is in
It's
the
later in the
afternoon
day.
and the sun is starting to go down. Nobody's come by here. This bridge is in poor repair, but you can see is bearing the standards of the Hinkley and Dominion. And as you catch up to them, the 12 of them are chatting. Their leader is very clearly a biome. You see, like, this cat person is there, just telling this really loud joke, something about the people in the desert. You only catch the punchline, which is, "And that's why I say dogs are real pussies." So, what do you want to do? There are 12 of them counting this guy. I've just not put their tokens on the board.
Hello.
Do
We
they
seek
look like they're
passage.
part of the military or?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They're basically bandits. Now they see us, it's basically guaranteed combat.
They are like 100% wearing like just tattered like piecemeal armor. They have like clubs. They're sitting around a campfire telling body stories, and they very obviously do not belong here. You've seen many bandits. You've probably dealt with a few in your time. Yeah, this is like the most textbook, like low-level scum bandits. This is the stuff that you dealt with when you were like a young trainee. So to an extent, they're not the scariest. I'm just going to use goblins for tokens because I'm lazy, but they're not all goblins.
Hey, Dogo, we want to take out the trash.
Are we really doing this? I mean,
Hello.
The complication has occurred, right? They've already seen
The
us, or no?
complication in this case is as you approach, you get so close to them
Where do you
that you
go?
cannot trivially get away from them. So right now they do not see
Ah.
you, but if you try to like sneak past them or sneak away from them, you are going to have to roll in this risky situation. Savvy? Whereas
Yeah,
if
it's
you saw
risky.
each other, the reduced effect would have been like you were so far away that you can choose to go around, no problem. But you cannot sneak past them.
Risky and a -1D. That sucks ass, dude. Tough.
So you say hello to them?
I mean,
no.
Yes.
No.
hell never do wells.
Well, they're right there. We can't run.
We can sneak by. Very possible, says Guru.
If
Yeah,
we,
but we
if
can
we
just make
just-
them surrender.
With our cart?
Very possible.
we can
says
just roll the cart across and, act like we're supposed to be here. And they've got other things. They're not banditing right now.
Gruel nods to Douglas' words, but then also says, "But if we leave them be, they bandit other people, weaker people."
Our job is to protect the roads, not just from monsters.
Exactly. This is.
Hell never do wells. You may surrender to the military or
What?
leave the premises immediately.
Surrender?
I.
Hold on. Who are you?
I'm Owen Stonecrusher of the Misfell
Who?
military.
Kez. Oh, you're supposed to say something so I can say Kez.
Ooh.
Hang on, let me try again. Who?
I'm
Kez.
Owen Stonecrusher.
Yo, he hit you with the who asked, but the who cared.
That's actually not my middle name. You got that wrong.
You see the other guys like hooting and hollering, like, hell yeah, get him! Fuck him up, boys! Alright, so
Average.
you must not know who we are. That's what it is. And because of that,
You're nobodies.
that's right, we're the nobodies.
Of course, we've
You
never
have
met
heard of
you.
us.
I mean, we've taken you out to the curb a number of
Well,
times.
no, yeah, I recognize you. And actually, we've only lost 3 times before. Most recently, a week ago, and that guy looks a lot stronger than you for a lot.
Oh yeah, was he in this big? Did he have a golem? And did he have like a
Fucking
big blue
hell, you
cloak?
know him? Are you looking?
Oh yeah, we're best buds.
Your best buds.
So
Um,
look, could I describe him if we weren't?
You do not get the twinge of adrenaline.
Yeah, I didn't.
yeah.
think we-
Listen, I know that like we're having a very big posture thing going on
Yeah.
here, but
Owen's like bouncing up and down, like he expects to want to punch him in the face really badly.
I don't. I'm not saying this to be threatening, but I don't think this would go great for you. And it sounds like your track record as bandits is maybe at a point where you might want to consider doing something.
We're
else.
actually 18-3, which is pretty good. And we only lost because the bloke is like, apparently he's going to liberate an entire country or something. Like, that seems way beyond our pay grade. But you lot, are you liberating an entire country?
We're
protecting
liberating the
entire country.
minds and souls of the people.
That sounds like hippie crap.
He's a headmaster of Larrington.
I'm
No,
not.
he's not.
He's the headmaster of this
I
party.
know the headmaster of Larrington. He's a stand-up guy. Me and him go way back.
Oh,
When I was a kid, I actually applied there, but my father said that I shouldn't go to there because it's a bad place. But yeah, Rebiwar's a stand-up bloke, and you are not Rebiwar.
Well, Riverwar is not with us anymore.
I didn't know he was sick. Well, that's unfortunate.
No, he's kind of dead.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
I mean, he was old when I met him. I'm not surprised.
No, he was
Rebivore dead because of us.
What?
He
What
was
the hell?
undead.
Wait, is that
Technically true, but that's like the worst thing you could have said in that scenario. So
her comment isn't the greatest.
No.
Yeah, that headmaster you loved and held dear. Yeah, we killed him. Sup?
Dougal is going
And
to
Doug.
desperate, make this go not as horribly as it's going to go after
talking
that
about?
line.
You think it's gonna go horribly? Horribly for them. Call an ambulance, but not for us. You know.
all right, so let me introduce you to part of how the narrative play works. Oh my god.
You're not technically.
Check
in a
out this
desperate situation,
beautiful,
but-
beautiful clock. So, this clock is fight occurs. So as you say this, Dougal, you make things a lot worse. And in fact, we fill out 3 spaces on this clock. When this clock is
I
filled,
don't see a clock.
a fight will occur. You don't see it? It's right here.
I see it on the stream, but I don't see it on
Maybe-
my screen.
Maybe
see it
try
on my
refreshing.
I
Okay.
see
I will refresh.
big refresh in the chat.
I must log in. It's always that. It's always.
Oh, token expired.
All right.
So here's another
look.
clock.
This bridge won 2 blue ribbons. Look at that.
Imagine trying to.
This
avoid
clock
the
is
fight.
the enemy's
This is a
remaining
great
clock.
bridge.
So they can either be defeated or routed. So if a fight occurs, which it may, I'm not saying it will, but if it does, filling out this clock will either get them all to leave or get them all to run away.
Well, partially.
Is there a
finished
second
help.
clock
There
now?
is a second clock, and I'm making a third clock.
I don't see it, so I have to refresh now.
See the second clock, just label it clock.
I see
Good.
both clocks.
Should the second
It's-
clock partially fill, but then the fight occurs, will we have some advantage?
Which second clock?
The enemies remaining.
The advantage is there will be
Uh,
less enemies. The goal here is to get rid of these bandits.
Cool.
In this fight. Or you can attempt to just like run past, but the problem is you have to get the cart across. So these bandits are making it difficult to do that. Savvy? And then finally, there's one last thing to consider. You could get them to stand down. It's possible. I don't know if you can do it, but maybe you can. And if you can,
Stream can't see these clocks.
I'm working
I
on
can
it.
only see one of them.
I see 3. You've got to refresh again.
I see 3.
I see 3, but I mean, it's not
Oh.
in frame.
I know,
on
that's why I'm
stream.
moving the camera up a little bit. Actually, let me move it up even more.
Oh.
Now I can't see us.
I know. I'm just going to zoom the camera out.
know.
This camera control's hard. So these are your clocks, everybody. Dougal, as you said this, you are panicking, and you just make it sound worse. They get a sense that not only are you weak, but you're lying, and also you've insulted this guy that this person looked up to. He's pissed, and he reaches for his sword, and he looks at you. All right, let me explain how this goes. You lot are wearing fancy magical stuff. That means that you got money on you. And we are the toll booth. That'll be 500 gold for all of you.
Ooh.
You don't want to do this.
Oh, but we do.
It won't end
We
well
like
for you.
having money. Zephyr, go ahead and make a charm. We are still in risky. We're not in
All
desperate
right.
as they've not yet started the fight.
Charm. Risky.
Yeah, that's just the generic position that we're sitting in.
Ooh.
Okay, success. You are trying to talk them down.
This won't end well for you.
You can either try to talk
Yeah.
them down, or you can like convince the enemies to back off. Talking them down advances fight prevented. The other one will make the enemies like discouraged from fighting you because you are literally walking around with magic stuff.
Can I because this is how magic works now in
Mhm.
narrative play. Can I, as I'm saying, this won't go well for you, can I like conjure storm clouds?
Absolutely. So you're going to get 3 pips that you can use as you see fit. You can put them in fight prevented or enemies remaining. How do you want to do this?
Fight prevented.
All 3?
It's purely intimidation. Yeah.
So if the fight breaks out before then, you're in trouble. But if you can fill this clock up before the other one goes, then you're in it to win it, as it were.
Wait, for clarification, Zephyr, you're trying to. So if you do fight prevented, that means no fight ever
Yes.
happens. That's.
I think
That's
so.
correct.
Yes.
But enemy. If you're trying to make it so there's less enemies in the combat, then that's the other clock that you can put the pips into instead.
Yes, essentially, like you're talking them down, and they get intimidated. You do not convince the group as a whole, but you reach out to other people. That's what I'm saying here. That makes sense?
Okay. Yeah, that was the diplomatic option. If I didn't want to try to talk this out, at least I could have just blown them all into.
I mean, the other one would have been like, oh, you convinced 3 of them to be like, I don't actually want to fight this, so I'm just going to sit out of this.
No. And instead of summoning the clouds as just visuals, I could have just summoned wind and hurled them into the river.
That's true. That's also an option.
I feel like that would have started combat, but
it definitely wouldn't help.
But yeah, I think it would have taken. And yeah, it's not something Zephyr would do.
Okay.
So that's why I did this instead.
So, Gruul, what are you up to here as you're seeing this standoff?
Good question.
This would only end poorly for you.
I should also mention, by the way, that harm that occurs here will be dealt to the fight occurs clock, and then any remaining will carry over. So here, if you fail and it says harm occurs, that means the fight occurs and you take 1 strain. You can also try to, like, talk them down to get rid of the fight occurs clock. That's also an option. If you think you're...
Isn't that just the same as increasing fight prevented?
It's sort of like it.
fight prevented is all or nothing, where enemies remaining is hedging your...
Yeah, and bringing down fight occurs means that if you fail, then the fight doesn't occur. So,
well, that's what I mean by all or nothing. If you prevent the fight, nothing. It's like you...
Yeah, if you get
all
a full success, you can prevent this fight right here, right now. Stop.
But if you don't complete it, it's like you didn't do anything.
Could I use sneak to try to take out some of the enemies potentially? Basically, the top right-hand corner.
Yes,
clock?
Absolutely.
Okay, and minus 1d and risky, correct?
Oh, sorry, it's not minus 1d to sneak. But that doesn't...
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 1d here, just d6. See how that goes. Alright, that's still a partial success. So, you suffer harm, a complication occurs, or you have reduced effect. So reduced effect is you only take 1 guy out. A complication occurs as the fight starts and you take 2 guys out. And suffer harm is you take 2 guys out, the fight starts, and you take 1 harm. I don't recommend this option in the slightest.
I'll just do reduced effect.
Alright, 1 guy, how do you stealthily take this person out?
Gruul's gonna, like, while they're distracted with the Zephyr and the clouds are up in the sky, Gruul notices a lot of their all their gazes are up there, or a lot of them are. She's able to use Oven as cover, flip over underneath the bridge, try to, like, kind of climb around underneath, pop up back out here on the beach side probably, or maybe on this end, take 1 out by just knocking them out or choking them out, and then dropping back into the water and swimming back, I guess.
You could just grab this guy and drag him into the bridge.
Splinter Cell. Alright, this guy is in the water. Don't worry, he'll be fine. Don't worry about this guy.
Well, actually, wait, oh, shit.
Nobody knows this.
Is he
I thought the
drown?
river was going the other way.
Good question. What? The mountains are north of us, so it'd probably go away from the mountains, right?
Yeah, it's the south. I thought, that's the right one, because he'll
Don't worry, Taz. You know he'll be fine.
I'll make sure he's floating. I'll make sure he's floating straight.
He'll be fine. But he definitely will end up far away from his friends. All right, Oven, what do you want to do?
And he's a cat, and he hates water.
What do I want to do versus what I should do?
Go for the fight. Let's fight these guys.
All right. All right, you guys, you had your time to surrender. Too late. I'm gonna try and jump off the bridge and just like collide into like these.
Hell
two
yeah!
guys.
Give me a smash
Take them
check.
both out. just one big running smash.
Cannonball, but then you do it right on the coast and you take them both out. Hell yeah!
All right. Fight has occurred. These clocks are destroyed. You have failed to non-lethally resolve, or not non-lethally, non-violently resolve this. But you take 3 guys out and suffer no harm in the process. 3 guys are just taken out by this swinging attack. You send them flying. They all go into the river, and they begin to float downstream.
Also floating straight
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
with
yeah.
face facing the sky. Right?
Just convenient. I advise the rest of you surrender.
All right, they got a lucky shot, and lads, let's get them. Dougal, what do you do?
Crud.
Remember, you can rout the enemies to non-violently just get them to leave. That's also considered defeating them.
Yeah, I'm just looking at skills. Oh man, Dougal is not well set up for this.
Bear in mind also that
Use your ultimate spell.
these
Fireball.
guys are like not a threat to you. They do not have adrenaline. You will come out ahead. The penalty is just, do you get hurt while trying to get rid of these noobs?
Okay, yeah. Dougal is just going to set off the magical equivalent of a bunch of firecrackers in their midst. Like, looks impressive, ultimately actually kind of harmless.
Loud, bright, just
Yeah.
Okay.
What skill do you think would work for that? Like, obviously study's my best, but I don't feel
This
that
isn't really
necessarily
study. This would be
applies.
either this is probably excel or smash.
Well, that's the same either way.
So whereas smash would just be like a raw brute magic, excel is like precision magic in this case.
I'll go with smash then, because that's what he would think
Okay.
they'd find more impressive. His position
Position is
desperate?
still risky in this case because these guys are not really a threat to you.
Can you time it with my hit?
That would be assistant. So if you'd
Yeah,
like to
okay.
assist, you can. Basically to like play up
What,
the
like-
theatrics.
Oh, like I would do
it's
it.
not worth it really, because I
guess,
rolled
yeah.
very badly.
Okay. Roll a d6 to see what it would have been. And you have a choice.
I mean, it just would have been the one, right? Because you went from a minus. Oh, do you have 2 in this or?
No, I have 0.
Yeah. So.
All right. You suffer
Okay.
harm or a complication occurs. So you will take 2 strain. And if you suffer harm or a complication occurs. And the complication is your fireworks do not scare them, but it does wake up one of the guys in the river, and one enemy comes back.
I'll take the
All right.
strain.
That would put you up to how much strain?
Cool.
4.
I'll take strain instead, if possible.
Well,
I don't know if I'm close
the reason
enough.
I'm kind of loosey-goosey about strain is because Zephyr's got me targeted, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I take a burden.
it doesn't matter who gets the burden. It's still burden's bad, right?
Yeah,
If you can
that's
spread it out. It's better.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would take it instead if once he gets a burden.
But then you would have a burden.
Yeah, but then I also get 1 experience for it. So
If you want to take the strain, you can. I won't say.
yeah, go for it. Do whatever Owen would do.
What's happening right now?
The strain probably would have been them pulling out like bows or
Yes,
something,
a
and shooting you or
crossbow
something.
is coming at Dougal here.
Yeah, I basically reach out with my great sword and bat it down, but in the process, end up straining myself. Like, I have to reach way far out in order to block these.
All right.
I'm still at 2 strain then.
I will spend 1 effort to reduce it by 1
Okay.
to a minimum of 1.
Then, on that note, Zephyr, what do you do?
I'd like to just move over a
Okay.
bit. Oh, wrong thing.
Lightning
And
bolt.
I'd like to summon a gust of wind across the river, just aerosolizing it all, and just throwing a cold, wet mist over everyone on the other side of the river.
Okay.
Or if not everyone, at least these 3 guys.
All right. Once again, this is either Smash or Excel.
Or endure? Isn't endure like a prolonged thing?
Not in this scenario. Endure is like taking damage or strain or things like that. Long distance endurance running, I would allow for it, but in this case, you are either performing a delicate magical act, or you are like literally just blowing them over with the raw force of your power. Now, endure in this scenario, if you wanted to use it, would essentially be like taking a bunch of hits from the enemies and then just trudging through them to be like, yeah, you can't hurt me.
Okay, so it doesn't work here. Okay, both of those are at 0 for me, so I'm gonna go for smash.
All right. Just a huge, overwhelming force of power.
So that will effectively like blind everyone on that
It's
side?
also just freezing cold,
But they're
and it's a
cats.
show of force.
And they're cats.
Yes, there are cats there. Yep. Hey, pretty good.
Yeah.
You do it, but there's a consequence. So you either suffer harm, a complication occurs, or you have a reduced effect.
Complication. What goes wrong?
Complication. What goes wrong? Okay, so 2 of these people just at this point they're like, boss, they got magic. So this is just like the golem guy. You said this should be easy. 2 of them go away. One of the persons that you hit, however, as they're hit by this, they just get so mad that they start hulking out. They're like, they literally turn red with anger. The next time someone takes harm, they will take +1 harm. This guy is going at it. And then these guys... 2 routed.
So we've gotten rid of 6 people?
Yep. But one of these guys is pissed. I hate being wet! Gruel. Your covert ops worked. You are in a good position. I think you'd be like here, right? Because you like took someone down.
Oh, yeah. True. Okay. Still just narrative combat, right?
The positioning
Okay,
doesn't matter as much in a narrative combat.
Cool. I guess I'll just try to sneak again.
Right on guerrilla warfare.
Yep. It's risky, correct?
It is risky. Yep.
Oof.
If you think you can roll better, this would be one of those situations where using an effort might be useful. You would have regained your effort that you had spent before, by the way. If you had spent it.
Okay.
For you to actually have your effort back. Just because we camped earlier.
Okay, cool. True, we did. Alright, I will spend an effort. Do I just roll another 1d6?
Roll another 1d6. Let's see how this goes. Unlucky.
Ooh, so close to a 6 there. On my
Alright.
end, at least. It looked like it was, but...
You suffer harm in this scenario is the only thing that makes sense as a result of the narrative that's set up. So
Okay.
you will take 3 strain as you come out and you're prepared to like take some more people and just throw them into the river after knocking them out. One of the guys who had just been sprayed by water is like frothing mad, sees you, takes their club, and just smacks you into the river. You block the attack as best as you can here, but it sends you flying, and you were just kind of stunned. Like, that hurts a lot less than you think it should.
So that counts as harm.
That is harm.
Can I take it
You
instead?
can take it instead.
I'm not sure on the order of operations here, because it says... So my special abilities, obviously, I can take the strain for them, and I can spend 1 effort to reduce it by 1. My second win is regain all effort when you take injury or harm while protecting someone else. I assume it wouldn't apply to this one, but I get the 1 effort back from the previous one. So basically, I go up 1,
right.
down 1.
That makes sense to me, yeah.
Or down 1, up 1, I should
Makes sense.
basically be like, sprint over and try and block.
All right, you step in the way and use the cloud rune at this point to pull the attack towards you. Gruul, you are about to be like knocked in the river. You see visions of a potential future, just going full Elise mode with it. But Gruul, you are protected by Oven, who steps in the way at the last possible second, and you hear just the most unearthly clattering as this huge club collides with Oven's armor. And the armor comes out without a dent, baby. But Oven, you are rattled inside from that hit.
I take, what, 2?
Yep.
3 minus 1?
And this guy is no longer pissed, so is just back to regular goblin mode. Oh my god. No. Alright. Then, Oven, you've just taken this big hit from this mad-ass goblin.
I'm tired of small fry. I'm going for the leader. I want to basically pick up one of these small fry and chuck them directly
Hell
at
yeah,
the
let's
leader.
go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Trying to take both of them out in one go.
You not only do this, but one of the guys that is nearby sees this and just gets the hell out of here. These guys are both unconscious. Oh. There you go. Alright, there are 3 remaining people. One of them is still angry but not furiously mad. The other 2 are just... And so, Zephyr.
Halo 3, finish the fight.
There are 3 remaining.
I would like to... Oh, what's my command? Is my command any good? Nope. I need to get some intimidating stuff.
Electrocute them. You're good at that, right?
I'll call over. Those of you who are standing, you don't stand a chance against us. Lay down your arms and we won't hurt you.
Okay, I'll let you use Charm here because you did originally try to de-escalate this.
Yes. Alright.
Essentially playing good cop, bad cop with
Charm.
Oven here.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay, so except for a harm, what effect?
This'll deal
what,
2 strain
form
to
does
you.
that take? Okay.
Essentially, you're saying this, and one of the guys like, "Shut up!" and throws a shield at you. Dougal, you just saw them huck a shield at your friend. What do you do?
Okay, let's try the magic again, but let's just go for trying to knock them into the river with it. That's the best I've got. It's not great.
It's good. It's good. You're a
No, it's
stormbender.
not.
Don't worry, you got
Just don't fail.
Just don't fail.
Just roll sixes. It's easy. You didn't believe hard enough.
Oh, but this could be good. What's your? Well, how much strain do you have?
2.
All right. This time they're ready. They know you're a mage, and one of them with the crossbows at this point fires a shot at you as you're trying to cast, and you drop concentration to avoid the shot. Gruel. They are focused on Dougal
So you're
and
at 4
Oven.
strain now.
Hey, Dougal and Oven. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess I'll try sneak again.
Fours, baby.
Wow.
Reduce
destined
the
to be a 4.
or suffer harm.
I do have 0 strain right now, guys. I could. How do I know how
You'll
much?
take
Or
2.
do I get to know how much? Do I know how many
You'll
will be
take
taken
out
out?
2. There will be 1 remaining.
Okay. With reduced effect, it'll just
Reduce
be 1,
effect,
right?
it will just.
We probably have a long way to go before we camp. I don't know.
You have 2 camps that you can use outside of going to, like, a place. Bear in mind that something could happen along the way, right?
Well, almost certainly happened.
I will reduce effect.
Reduce effect.
Assuming so someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright, I'll let you know right now that was the mathematically correct choice because any other partial success would take out 2.
yeah, that's what I was exactly what I was thinking about.
Alright. Oven.
Yeah.
2 more.
Oh, good point. Can't believe I didn't pick that up.
Time to knock some heads together. Literally.
And when we put the sound effects in later, we'll just get 2 coconuts and hit them together.
Hey, this is where that
Oh,
partial success comes
that's
into
a-
play.
That's a straight. That's a straight.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Large
All right.
straight.
Normally, in this scenario, you would suffer harm, but you are taking them both out at the same time. The remaining 2 enemies. Merry X-Men.
Hooray.
And with that, you've wiped out this group of bandits, largely unscathed. You've taken hits, but they're just kind of like scratches. And Dougal, you note to yourself, like, I just dodged a crossbow bolt on reaction.
I got lucky.
Can I, with Dougal's help, guide the current of the river and just kind of make sure that they wash up on
Yeah,
shore?
absolutely.
We can
Not,
drag them
not too
on the
far,
shore.
Dream. So, wave my hands a bit.
Let's see if
Do some
Command
water
Guy had
bending.
any ill-gotten goods on him.
Can Gruel try to take some of like their weapons maybe and just chuck them
Yep.
to the
Yeah,
side?
this guy threw a shield at me. I'll just pick up the shield.
I just don't want them to have weapons wherever they wash up and then just do banditry again.
Oh,
right
yeah.
away.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we not fight every group of bandits we come across?
We
They're
tried
bandits.
not to. But yeah, they are bandits, and we had to disperse them.
Look, they weren't
we
standing
gave
down.
them-
We had to take action.
We gave them opportunities to stand down. It wasn't I would have preferred to not fight, but
We did
I mean,
great good today.
yeah,
We gave them
it was up to
both
them.
verbal and physical warnings, and then they did not comply. So
If
we dealt with it.
if we don't fight them, someone else fight and lose.
I know. Just
They were 18-3. Not good odds for the next people to come along.
uh,
And look, we didn't kill them all.
Did we kill
No, they
any
were
of
all
them? I don't
non-lethally
think we
taken
did.
out, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you discover that this guy has on him an item. Now, this item can be one of two things. It can either be a useless magical trinket, or it can be an item of material value such that you could sell it and get 500 gold or 1 dust.
Oh.
So why would we? What, like, the trinket would do something
The
then?
trinket would potentially do something depending on how creative you are with this trinket. What this trinket will allow you to do, if you choose to take the trinket, this trinket is like a weird eyeball brooch thing that can be stuck onto the wall, and you can then visually see whatever it's stuck onto.
Oh heck yeah, that's really good. I think that's worth a dust.
Hmm.
That's just me though.
However, the range
It's like scrying,
is
but you have to
limited.
go place it.
So if you put it on a place
I-
and it gets pulled out of your range, you cannot use it anymore and you don't know where it is. That is the limitation.
I kind of lean towards the dust, honestly.
Yeah, I am
We
too.
Do we get to know the range of it?
The range is
It's like a security camera, right? It's a closed circuit security
the
camera.
range
Like, you have to stay within.
is not very large. Like I'd say it's about like 5-6 city blocks as a rough estimate. It's not a very large range.
Oh.
If you walk back into its range, then you can use it again. But essentially, it's just a paired brooch and then like a thing you stick onto the wall, and then you can use the brooch to see out what you stick on.
Or you slip it in someone's pocket, and then you have a tracking
A
beacon on
very
them.
short range tracking beacon, and if they walk out of range, like there's a potential you just lose it
Well, sure.
forever until like 5 years later,
But-
all of a sudden, like beep beep.
But even if they did get away, you could then now have like a certain radius of so many blocks of, oh, we know they're nearby.
I mean, like, it can still be really useful for, like, let's say we enter a dungeon and we have reason to suspect something might flank us. We could just put it behind us somewhere, hide it behind something, and then just check
And pick it up
occasionally.
after, yeah.
Yeah.
Or roll it under a door. And
That's a really good point.
I still lean dust, but I think I'm outvoted here.
See, I think,
would you
like, if I were
spend
to put a-
500 gold on that?
yeah, would you spend a dust or two on the brooch of tracking?
Yeah, but rule of cool.
I'm gonna go with 1. Type that.
Brooch of cash money. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the
All right, you get a brooch of tracking.
I think it's worth it.
the
I'd
unique-
value that at like 2 dusts, so I think it's a
Wow,
bargain.
that's overvalued.
Saying that, having no understanding of the purchasing power of dust in the system quite yet. I do understand it, but I don't really have a sense of like, oh, this
All right.
is worth that. This is-
Realistically, the dust is probably better, but I like the unique.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to be putting it into our relics and.
There's also no guarantee that we'll ever be able
Also,
to buy that.
keep in
right?
mind, upgrading
Yeah.
items or upgrading the cart could cost dust as well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, true.
dust is used for like everything.
Okay, good thing we bought that vault. Then.
Yeah. So, with that in mind,
Mm.
there are 2 more before we leave this region. So,
All right.
Blix, you go ahead and roll the d10.
No, I think it's back. Isn't it back to Dougal now?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
did he roll the last one?
Dougal, go ahead then.
Ooh.
Another 9.
Normally, 9 would be a treasure trove, but we've already done this. So roll again.
No, let's do.
You don't just keep getting treasure
I
troves.
still got one use of parable. Oh,
They add up
that's
to
probably
10
adrenaline
together.
enemies. I bet this is an adrenaline enemy.
An adrenemy, if you will.
An adrenamiss. Nemesis.
You get a sense that something here is not right. Something is not right here. You feel uncomfortable as you're traveling through this pass. There is a bridge overhead, but the bridge does not lead anywhere productive. So you'll notice on the map here that there is, in fact, a camp to the south. Unfortunately, I did not realize that I should flip this map, but essentially, you are going through here. There is a camp to the south, and there is a road leading to the camp. There is also... Just rotate this map in your head when you see it. Got it?
Okay.
I'm a
Alright.
fool.
Rotate it like
South will
mirror
be up
image.
and north
Yes.
will be down.
The
Oh,
reason
okay.
why is because, as you can see here, it is going south, but actually it's not supposed to be going that way.
Oh,
I just did not remember what direction the roads were going when I made this battle.
I don't think the cardinal directions matter that much.
Yes. So
In this case.
It could just be a curvy section going like around something they couldn't
yeah,
go
that's
through.
essentially what this is here. There is a larger hill path that will lead you all the way to this camp, but you have no reason to go to this camp, as you don't really want to go to Lorkirk or Labeslife or whatever. So you're just ignoring the camp. You know what's there. This is a camp of Flutter, by the way. The Flutter were displaced as part of the Mistfallian revolution, but they've decided to go far from Mistfell. Anyway, you are heading through this camp, and you get a sense that something is horribly wrong. Zephyr, give me a sense check.
It's still at -1.
Still at -1.
Alright. It's still 3d6. Still risky.
Mhm.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Okay.
That's a super crit.
In that case, you are aware of where the enemies are. So, I am going to give you the following. As you're looking around, you are in touch with Noom on a level of which you never were before, and you can feel the wind pass by here, and you feel a great disturbance. So,
That's something foul.
you will all get the advantage of the enemy is taking a slow turn. What are the enemies? Well, there are 2 sleekers, but they're not ordinary sleekers. Their face is wrong. You can see that these sleekers, as they are staring down at you, they do not have animalistic faces. Their face has been replaced with some sort of white mask that completely replaces everything. They have no nose. They have a mouth, but their eyes are just completely blank and hollow. You also have priority as a result of the increased effect here, so you may position yourself anywhere you want as you have completely out-ambushed them.
Out-ambushed sleekers.
That is correct. So you can all put yourself anywhere you want on the map, and then when the fight begins, they are taking a slow turn.
I'm fine where I am.
I want to be up on the cliff.
Oh,
Anywhere on the map, you have completely out-ambushed them.
Oh,
Do we want to go
thank
from
you.
south
Hail
to
Satan,
north
thank you.
here to I feel like we want to be on the high
It is
ground.
also possible with this
Oh, yeah.
great success that you've made to avoid this fight completely.
No. I wouldn't deprive us of
experience
that
for
fun.
fights.
This is fun. I'll stay over by Oven then.
I guess it makes sense if we gain
So you don't take strain in tactical combat, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay. I'm getting there. I'll have it mastered soon enough.
Can I
Give
get
me
notes?
six
Where do you want to go?
6 more months.
Sorry, what are you trying to do?
You said you wanted to give.
Can I get notes?
No.
Oh, your companion.
My book.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh.
My bad.
No, I have named it something that makes it sound like I'm asking for something
Yeah.
generic when I'm asking for something specific.
I was like, do you want notes like on where to stand and stuff?
All right, everyone, let me know when you're ready and in position, and then we will begin.
Sleeker's disappeared.
Where'd the sleekers go? Okay.
Appeared again. It's a cool effect.
That does not add
Alright.
them to initiative button.
But maybe
Oh,
we should
right,
all
I
just be
should.
ganging up on the one on the right and not be split up.
Add yourself
Okay.
to the combat tracker.
How do I do that?
Right click
Right
yourself.
click shield and swords icon.
Oh yeah, of course. Am I in it now? Yes, I am.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Already.
I would like to go first, if that is okay.
Go ahead.
Sure.
I think I have a good first move. Although they're sleekers, so it might not hugely matter. Character in range 6 is marked. That's range 6, right?
Oh, sorry. It's in feet. I need to change the default.
6 times 5. 6 times 5. I can do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, looks. You
Been
just count the
fixed.
paths.
All right. Yes, first I would like to cast. I would like to mark this left sleeker with electromagnetism. So they are electrified.
All right.
And then I would like. Okay, so actually, first I got a question on this. So now they have an aura 2, and they are electrified. And electrified characters treat the aura as difficult terrain. So I think he's always in difficult
That's
terrain
correct.
now. Okay, that's what I was going for. And then, so I don't think I even. So what is difficult terrain?
Yep.
Half movement. Costs. Okay. And then, you know what? Just to even be extra careful, I have 1 ether now. So I will use. It's line 4, area 5. Okay. I'll use Warding Wind. I'll infuse it with 1 to extend it to 6. And I'll draw it here. Can you move that corner up? Is that a selectable corner for you? If not, don't worry.
Like so? Or here?
Yes. Oh, that's 5. That's a box of 5. It's 6 I'm going for. It's line 4, and then I infused 1, which gives me an extra 2.
Yeah, so this is 6.
So it's 6 squares.
So, do you want it here?
I want it here. What you have is... Oh! Wait.
That is. first
Oh,
turn.
okay. Okay, my bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, move it 1 down. No, move it... Yeah, 1 down's good enough. 1 down's good enough.
Oh, this guy's electrified. Yeah, they can't get. All right.
Yeah. So he can't get through. That's my combo. But he's also got half speed. So now we should just be able to focus on this one.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn. Hold on, let me open up this combat encounters. Where's the...
All right. Who would like to go next?
Is it
Bear in
that?
mind they're all taking a slow turn, so you can all just like dogpile one of the cats.
I would
I-
like to.
Okay, go for it.
Notes is going to move up. It is within range 6 of me, so I can target from it.
I'd also like to just teleport
Go ahead.
3 back. There we go.
I will Icy Sphere,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I will infuse this with the...
Not quite yet.
the Aether that I've got.
Okay.
So, because I've got a mastery in it, and the line is going to be 6 horizontally through from nodes through there.
Mhm.
And because this Sleeker is going to be adjacent to that space, I'm going to shove it 1 space into the area. So it's there now.
Hold on.
Can it? Because the wind is there. And it's electrified.
Well, it's going to start the turn and then immediately be shoved out of the wind.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
But
I
to the
read your
left,
stuff.
right?
I made sure I wasn't screwing up your combo.
The warding wind, is that directional?
I don't believe so. Doesn't say so.
No, because don't do that, because then he could just go to the right through the wall.
Off of a cliff?
Yeah, that would be off the cliff.
Well, he's a sleeker, but it's a sleeker.
I mean, he's at the start of his turn, he's getting shoved out of the wind anyways. You can just shove him
Yeah,
back out
you
of the
decide
wall
what direction
to
they
the
get
left.
shoved in. Yeah.
I do? Okay, yeah, okay. Then never mind.
I mean, is there a particular reason you want to shove him in that direction?
Well, yeah, just so he's...
Because if you shove him into
Yeah,
the tree, you can do like 1 damage or something.
Well, just... I want to keep him on that side of the...
No, I just mean Dougal. Why does
Let,
Oh,
let
yeah.
him cook. Let him cook.
Okay. You want to keep him in the line, I assume.
Oh, yeah, that's why he's doing that. Yeah, this is fine then. I'll just push him back. I didn't think
Yeah.
I got to choose.
Yeah, I'm doing this so that I can...
Of course I would
No.
choose. It would be useless if I didn't.
Yeah. So let's see. Or anything. So... Oh yeah, and this will create, because I spent an Ether for an infuse, it'll create a pit under that Sleeker.
Okay.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll the damage. The very nimble, very quick Sleeker. As this is a miss. No, it's on hit, it
It's
creates the
afraid
pit,
of.
so the pit does not get created.
Oh, darn it.
It's still frostbitten.
It is still frostbitten. And it does take 4.
And, oh, okay, and as does that one, because it's
Mhm.
AoE. And,
However, it does have the dodge effect, as does the other Sleeker. So
Let's see what that
it's immune to
means.
all damage from misses and area effects. So the Sleekers
so I did nothing.
dodge
One
out of the way of the attack.
But it's frostbitten at least, so that's something.
Okay.
That one's
Mhm.
frostbitten. All right. I'm not moving forward from here, so yeah, that's my turn.
I can go.
Our plan to nuke one down is not exactly happening.
Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'll move 2 here, and then I'm going to use this. Did that go through? Yeah. I'm gonna center it on the Sleeker. Difficult and dangerous terrain for foes. Character that enters the space danger takes 1 piercing at only first time. Okay, cool. And melee attacks against allies and summons near gain +1 curse, but also with they're branded as well. So attackers gain +1 boon to it. And it's a blast 1, so it's like a rectangle. Like, oops, that's not a rectangle. Oops. Can people see that? What I just made?
Like this?
Yes.
Blast 1 is you pick a point, and I think it goes 1 every. Yeah, like
So it
that.
have to be here?
Yeah.
have
I want it to be there. And that's 2 actions, so I think that's my turn, basically.
All right. What do you got, Oven?
Oh, that's cool. It grows if things are killed inside of it.
Did you know?
It's only difficult terrain for
Yes.
enemies?
I will
That's
also tell you
cool.
that you can take a slow turn, technically. That's legal. Right, and still attack first. There's no reason not to do it in this scenario.
It's true, and I will, but just because I'll get bonuses for it, it won't actually
Yeah.
change anything. I guess first what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up Royal Guard, so enter the stance.
Okay.
I'm also going to set up Overkill, and I'm going to make it heroic in this case. I'm going to use my 1 free heroic,
Okay.
just in case it does some weird teleport thingy, and I want to. You know what? Do I even need to?
Go for
No,
it.
I don't need to make it heroic. So I'll keep
Okay.
that. So that's my 2 actions, my movements. At the end of my turn, I gain Vigilance 1 because I'm a stalwart. Yeah. So if it tries to attack me because I'm in the area, it'll have Curse. If it tries to run away, I'm going to take the attack of opportunity. And all of these effects are on my next act. So
You'll
like
catch
this.
22. You've got him in.
basically, you can I figured out that if you use Vigilance and get an attack of opportunity, you can basically skip it's not 2 turns, it's 1 turn. It just requires the attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
So this Sleeker is going to actually try to get Gruel, which will provoke your vigilance.
Alright, so Vigilance. When a foe attempts to break adjacency with you, you may deal fray damage to them and force them to save. On a failed save, they cannot stop and cannot move further. Oh, it doesn't actually attack. Damn, actually, I was wrong.
And don't they
Okay.
have a curse or something?
That's for attacking.
In that area. Yeah. Anyways, they get a 50% chance of not being able to move, at least.
Ah, okay.
Okay. I can't cheat the 2 turns.
Ooh.
Well,
So I believe they still take the damage, right? Or is that...
the fray damage? But
They-
they have dodge, right?
It does not apply to dodge. Like, they take the fray damage.
Oh. Yes.
Immune to...
I don't know. Is there like a spot on my sheet that has Vigilance?
Yeah, it's under your... Not heroics, but fortify, I think. Stalwart traits.
There we go. No, that just has. Oh, wait. Can I post it? It's here. Oh, I actually have Vigilance too. That's technically, but hey.
I mean, technically you can try again. If you want. Because you have 2 vigilance. Like, why not?
Yeah, I may as well. It's not going to get used for anything else.
Let's go!
There you go.
Nice!
Nice.
Keep him in there. There we go.
That's huge.
The Sleeker at this point turns to face you, and you see like its face is just this completely white visage, and it opens its mouth to speak, but unlike any normal Sleeker sound, you just hear left Sleeker pushed away.
That's fine. I mean, he can still attack, right?
That's true. It can attack you.
It has a curse for this attack.
I see, still really bad.
This
but
is a cool ability.
Okay.
Is that with the minus?
Yeah, this is plus
Oh,
one. I assume that
Yep.
works.
Yeah.
So that's 11 minus your armor.
So I will use one charge of my
Are you using the shield cloak?
Royal Guard. No, I'm going to use Royal
Ooh.
Guard. To just... I didn't attack on my turn,
Oh.
and when I go into the stance, I get a charge. So I've got two charges
Nice.
of it.
Okay.
So basically, I gain resistance to the attack. So it'll have it. And then I've got armor for -3. So 5 minus 3 is 2 damage. Works for me. Cool efficiency. So I've got no vigilance, 1 Royal Guard.
He's got Oh, are you? I see what you're doing for the difficult terrain.
This
It's so clunky. It's so clunky.
the Sleeker is just like struggling. It's being pulled by like this electro current, and like this wind is pushing against it. You see it's like moving with all of its strength, barely making any forward progress as it crawls forward. Dash.
Is that all it could do?
It's dashing.
I mean, it's super slow, so...
It wants to jump right here because it can make this jump. Next turn. It spends its entire turn just like pushing against this force and failing. They are no longer taking a social.
I would like to go first again.
Okay.
Alright. I would like to cast Wall of Wind and move it in front of the Sleeker on the left.
You're such a troll.
And I'll infuse one again, so it'll be 6. Also, how far was he able to move? He was here, so down to here. He moved 6 total?
It's a big cat.
Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, it can technically move 2 more because it took a dash action, right?
Or was he up here? Did he start up? He started up here, didn't he?
Yeah, sorry, you
Because
should be
he
here.
was
I'm bad at math.
adjacent. He was adjacent to the tree, so he started here,
Yeah.
and so he moved 7, or it says 6, but it's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 6.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
so
so he would have been here because
Sorry,
it
you
uses its dash to get essentially 8 squares divided by 2.
Oh
So
my.
it's here.
Okay.
That was all difficult terrain too. This thing's fast.
It's literally using
Dang,
dash
that was
action to
very
try to
fast.
move and then just gets blocked again.
And hold on, I'm gonna be even a bigger bully. If the target, how's the one on the right looking?
You
Is
can
he
mouse
looking
over to see its health
hurt?
estimate.
We've barely heard of
You
it.
should just start. You should attack it if you can because it's branded. Like you'll get a boon. May as well try if you can, unless you have something better.
This. Oh, I get a boon on the attack. Okay, yeah.
because it's in the blood grove.
I'll teleport 3 to get up to here. Oops, that's not my moving. Here we go. Teleport 3 to move up there. Then I'll cast Bolt, targeting the Sleeker. So that's a boon on it, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's a... roll.
Crit.
I
Roll
crit!
another D8. All right, and click the bolt ability just to make it appear.
Yeah. And I think it does more damage. Hold on. If your target has no characters adjacent, is Notes a character?
I don't believe so.
Comment.
Do
Yeah.
diagonals
No.
count as adjacent? Ooh.
So they're vulnerable now.
Nice.
So they're vulnerable, and then they take 2 piercing damage, which should be 3,
3.
or is it 2 then +1 from vulnerable?
Okay.
Like if you apply
Yeah.
the effects in the order they're
I think
listed,
that's fair.
that's what
I
would
think
happen.
that's fair. Yeah. So an additional
Okay.
3 piercing, and then 14.
So 17. And then as part of that bolt.
Oh,
can he
adjacency
teleport? Didn't,
does. Okay. So it would not apply the bonus damage. They are still bloodied. But as the Sleeker gets hit by this, suddenly its like entire body begins to convulse, and it just disappeared.
Oh. Okay, so not that extra 3
Right.
damage then.
But that is still enough to bloody it.
Did it actually die, or did it just disappear? Oh, it's disappearing act, I see. Yeah. Stealth, I don't care about that. I've got True Strike. now.
Teleport 4, then gain stealth. Damn.
Okay, that's...
Wait, we don't know where it is.
Is that your turn?
Bloody.
Yeah, and then as part of the bolt, I will just use teleport 1 back. And actually, I'm going to move over here, away from the cliff.
If you were, just to let you know, if you're in here, the enemy attacks on you have +1 curse.
Oh,
So it's -1
All
just
right.
to hit. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'll move up there then. Thank you. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Our Sleeker is going to appear, and they are going to activate their ability Foul Play. The way that this works is the Sleeker suddenly just begins moving erratically in a way that does not seem to comply with the laws of physics. It just suddenly jumps behind Dougal so fast Dougal can't see it, and just begins sprinting with a tackle. Everyone here, you'll notice that it attacks Dougal,
Oh, you're
jumps forward 3, like so. Like so. Like so.
Ooh.
All of you will take
The
D
fuck?
damage. There is no save and there is no hit.
And no
An
fray.
opportunity for an interrupt.
You can interrupt this.
Well, it's not an attack roll. It's just like fray damage, essentially.
Yeah, but I can trigger
Wait.
heave ho off taking damage.
Wait, if you okay, let's see the interrupt. So remember, it started
Then
from
you or an
here.
ally.
So you hit it.
Yep. And am I
You,
able
you
to
do take the damage from him, but then you do your thing.
I can shove him 1. So I assume sending him south, would that put him far enough away to
He is not in range. The chain is broken.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
yeah!
so good.
Dougal, you are able to react fast enough. Do you want to describe this one, or should I? It's not even a kill. It's just so cool.
Oh,
I think
6 damage. Oh, sorry, 3 damage.
Yeah, it pops up next to him, and he just reflexively, in an instant, just like burst of icy magic out from him. Just not even like spell motions, like because typically people have to like wind stuff up to do it. It's just like blam, single motion, like spasm, and just like that.
There's a lot of words that didn't describe it, but I can imagine.
At this point, the Sleeker like runs and attempts to like continue this charge on Gruul, but is unable to. Just stopping short, you see the Sleeker like runs forward and tries to lunge at Gruul. Gruul, this is not a Sleeker. You look into its eyes. You've spent your entire life around these creatures. This is an abomination.
Damn.
Who would like to go next?
I could. Oh, sorry.
I would point out that they are conveniently lined up.
It's true.
Do it.
I'm going to up, and I'm going to launch
Again, deja vu.
another Dagon. I don't need to pull the Sleeker anywhere because he's already within range 6 of me.
Are you infusing?
You know what? Sure. I don't think I'm going to be. Yeah, I'll infuse.
All right.
I'm making that back up, anyways.
Okay, is the target left or right, Sleeker?
Right, Sleeker, and I miss again. Boo.
Well, it is frostbitten, but that only applies
I get
bonus
a boon.
damage. It's not in the area. It's only if
Oh,
it's in the
bonus
area
damage,
that you get the boon.
Yep. Well, sometimes you just roll 9s.
I mean, Sleekers are
Um,
literally the hard counters to rights.
That's
No,
true.
No, like they literally,
I'm kind of
by
being a bully.
design, they are the hard counter to rights. It's just you got like the expert positioning here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that I'm now next to the Sleeker.
They're
But
skirmishers and you're weak. Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to use that free action dash to
That not a bad idea.
not be immediately next to the
Nice.
Sleeker.
-3, right? Or is it
Dash
-2?
two. Alright, one of the
Okay.
charges
Oh.
is gone, but
Okay.
Hmm.
that's a...
I don't know
I'd,
how
I'd
they
say
help.
that was a good place to
Yep,
use
yep,
it.
yep. Alright, left Sleeker's turn.
I'm pro using things and not hoarding them in case you might need them later.
The left Sleeker just struggling, you see it like... Imagine like a giant gust of wind like pushing against the Sleeker, and it's just like scraping its paws in for as much traction as possible and like shoving with all its force. Just like slowly trudging up to the bridge. Oven or Gruul, who's next?
Up to you.
I can go.
I think I may have found a broken combo.
I think
Okay.
it's pretty situational.
I mean,
Like,
if
if
it
we
had
didn't
any
have
way
a
to
giant
cure
cliff
that.
here, it wouldn't be as good.
It couldn't. It's an ongoing effect.
Yeah, it's
which
it's
I
very
believe
hard
are
to deal with.
difficult.
But it can be dealt with.
So like a cure wouldn't to get rid of it.
I mean, it'll get rid of the electrified.
Not the electrified plus. No, it's an ongoing. It's a additional thing that
Well,
happens.
what you would
with
do is you
blights.
would cure the mark.
That's right. You're only electrified while you're marked.
You just can't get rid of the electrified.
So-
So anything that would get rid of electrified doesn't apply here.
Something that would get rid of a mark would.
Right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it said the verbiage was while marked, you were
So, things
Yeah.
that would normally get
Yeah,
rid of
so
electrified.
If
don't
I were to
matter.
move it,
like things getting rid of
Yep.
the mark would work.
or me moving it, I could mark the other guy. And
Yeah.
All right, I will go. And okay. I like to bring to attention the left sleeker might be able to get into range of someone. Actually, I think it will next turn. Would any of you like me to
No.
stop that?
It's not going to.
Okay. I'm going to
Keep
drop.
bullying it. I don't want to hurt a cat.
I'm going to drop this. Diagonals work for ranges, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to drop it here, the plant here. That will make it so this sleeker's in range, I believe. So I'll put the plant there. Cool. As a free action, the plant is going to attack the sleeker. And the sleeker takes 2 piercing damage and must save or be immobile. Please fail. Okay, it makes
Remember,
it.
you can use burst in this situation if you want to use one of your efforts.
Yeah, sure. I'll use one of my
Okay.
efforts here.
So we'll make the save again.
And that makes them re-roll it?
You only get one, so you can't continually use them. Darn.
Damn.
Yeah, that's annoying. Basically, if you check immobile, I guess I'll ask now. If you click the immobile pop-up, it comes up. When a character is immobile, they can't move in any way. However, other characters can still shove or teleport them. Seems to imply they can't teleport themselves. Okay, wow. So I think that would shut it down if I hit, or if it failed, but I didn't.
It's like a stronger form of winded.
At least it took 2 piercing damage, though. And I will attack it with my ranged attack, which is this. Number of damage dice 1. Add fray, yes.
Halo.
I miss, that's fine. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my turn.
All right, Elvin, what you got?
All right, I'm gonna have to dash it into the range, but let me move 1, 2, 3, 4. Dash 2 is one action, right? Then I'll do a light attack, but because what?
Any damage that's been applied to this sleeker since my turn should be +1 damage to that from being vulnerable.
All right, Sleeker's still around, but you can take him out. See what you got, Elvin?
Because I Hisatsu, I get +1 boon. I get True Strike, damage size upgraded to 2. 2d10, I mean. Because Dark Arts, I took. No, I took a slow turn last turn, so that doesn't apply. So I'll just have the 1 bonus damage from Overkill, which also gives me a stun on hit, and yeah, okay. And of course I missed.
Did you know the Sleeker had 1 HP?
Oh, so the Fray kills it?
As it attempts to, get away, do you want to describe this one, or should I?
Does dodge not apply to that? Oh, I've got
True Strike.
Because, let me make sure, yeah, because he's Tatsu, yeah.
True Strike ignores dodge.
Oven doesn't usually move this fast, but he digs his heels in and just charges as fast as possible, going past Notes and Zephyr, charging the thing. He misses he's putting all his weight into this gigantic swing. He misses, but the impact on the ground itself is enough to finally just batter the thing with just sheer impact.
You see, the white mass shatters, and the form of the Sleeker dissolves into gray sludge, which begins to, like acid, melt the ground beneath it. Now, left Sleeker, This is a solved fight.
We just shoot it from range while
It is
Zephyr
impossible
blocks
for
it
this
constantly?
Sleeker to succeed. So we have like a montage of just everyone like shooting range attacks at this thing as a
I can't do yakety sax, but very much what it is.
and with that, you have defeated the White Mass Sleekers.
We did a.
Theoretically, in
Does it
a
white
number
mass
of
The White
turns.
Mass shatter, but remain on the ground.
Oh.
You have, if you'd like to mark this down somewhere, it doesn't particularly matter, but you do have 2 White Mask shards.
Hmm.
Would that be like considered an ambition to investigate?
If you want to, then you can absolutely do it as an investigation.
What kind of clock?
That would be a very big clock. That's the biggest clock of all.
Ooh. White mask shards. That's what I'm calling.
Jazz is like, let's go, let's investigate this right now. And
Can we?
no, it's not downtime. And so with that, let's end our session here. So,
All
We did
right.
it.
at the end of session,
We cheesed the fight.
there
hardcore.
are checks that must be done. First, if you've engaged in battle in any form, add 1 XP, multiple times 2 XP. We've engaged in 2 battles, 2 XP for everyone.
Boom, boom.
Has anyone invoked their burdens?
Oh yeah, that's a purple.
We don't have any
Uh,
burdens, right?
No one has a burden.
No one has a burden, therefore no one invoked their burden. It is what it is. Say la vie, etc. Did anyone accomplish an ambition, group, or personal? No. Now, ideals. So, we'll start with Blick.
I guess an argument. Okay, I address the challenge with patience, wisdom, or experience. I tried to get those guys.
You
to
did get
back
some of them to
down
back down.
multiple times. Yeah.
I'll give you 1 XP for that. I'll say that you did not diffuse a potentially violent situation, but you did address it with patience.
No.
You did try to get them back down even after the fight started. I think that's fair.
Yeah, and so I think that would apply to number 2 as well. Express my heritage, background, or beliefs that they should have been given a chance to stand down.
I'll allow it. It's fair.
Okay, so yeah, it's a stretch, but
It's a stretch, but it's pretty
But I
core
want
to
it.
your character.
And
So,
it's a stretch, but I'll take it.
all right, Dougal.
So that's 2 more experience.
Address challenges with investigation, intuition, and planning. I don't really think so,
You
unfortunately.
did very poorly to the point where I can't give you a reward for it.
Yeah. Overcame inherent self-doubt to express myself. I am going to argue just Dougal's exasperated, please can we not fight every group of bandits we come across,
Mhm.
is him like actually stepping up and speaking his
I
mind
agree.
for once.
Yeah.
And expressed heritage and background through word and actions. I don't really think so. I could argue, yes, he used magic to try and spook the bandits, but that feels
I don't want to
cheap
set the
me.
precedent that
Like-
using magic gives you XP every time.
Yeah, exactly. Like that is just the flavor of how I do things. So I think I just get the 1.
Yeah, hey,
this
one,
time.
one's good. You know, you're on the board. Gruel.
Ideals, right?
Don't forget to add 2 XP for combat.
Oh yeah, thank you. Added. Wait, let me make sure this is the character sheet one. Yes, important to do. Okay, added to the character sheet one. Okay. Okay, I address challenges with compassion, wisdom, and perseverance. I express my heritage, background, beliefs, and actions. I help protect nature from destruction. Maybe the first point a little bit in the sense of like when Gruel saw hobbit hole, for lack of a better word. She just went up ahead and
I
knocked.
agree.
She didn't assume
I agree.
anything. Yeah. And I guess it was just be the one ideal for perseverance,
Nope.
just to try to endure the trap.
No, that is your third ideal.
They're yellow, protect nature. Oh yeah, true. Okay, cool. How
That's
much
2
XP would
XP.
that be then? So it's 2 ideal. Nice. Another
Ding.
purple baby.
Oven.
I just challenges with strength, leadership, or force. Absolutely force. There's no question about that. The third one's also very easy. I didn't back down when faced with a challenge, but the second one, I could also argue in that I expressed my heritage background or beliefs through my actions. When I was blocking stuff for pretty much everybody, but I actually let Dougal take that trap blast as Oven's misguided, sense of you should learn that taking hits okay, but he doesn't know how to say that in words because he's not that
Yeah.
wise. But
All right, go ahead and mark 2 XP.
yeah.
What are we calling this one?
Cheese. No, I mean using the game mechanics to your advantage.
Don't bully cats.
Golem man.
Oh,
We haven't
holy
seen the
cat.
golem, man.
No, like he hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, but like then like so someone's watching the session or whatever, and they're like, oh, they mentioned the guy.
No, that's got to be saved for when he first shows up.
Static shock.
No, but I mean, like they expect him to come up, but he doesn't. Just the name of it. I don't know. Well,
Something about the traps.
Oh yeah. That was a good fun encounter. Or just
Treasure trove.
treasure
Of traps and treasure.
Yeah, like I said originally,
Yeah.
Aether Pilgrims was supposed to be just like goofy slice of life one-off encounters like this. We just got caught in Larrington for a long time. Well, yeah, this is
Yeah.
more of the pace that the sessions will be like.
Okay.
I'm
any other clever?
I'm
witty
partial to
titles?
Wind Tunnel myself.
Oh, Wind Tunnel's good.
I want to like static shock, like where you rub the carpet and then shock the cat.
Super. And so that way we get all the traffic from people looking up footage from Static Shock, the superhero TV show.
So
Yeah.
Superhero Static
Look,
Shock.
black people don't have a lot of superheroes. Like, give us Static Shock, please.
He was awesome. Static Shock was so cool.
All right. Static Shock. Any opposed? I'm fine with Static Shock.
yeah,
I'm good
cool.
with
It's a
Static
good name.
Shock.
You know the bad guys in Static Shock were called? And I hope I'm remembering this right. I think they're called Bang Babies.
No, that was anyone who had superpowers from that instant.
Yeah.
Static Shock himself is a
Not specifically a bad guy. Okay, it was anyone who got their powers from that event.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything the cast would like to shout out here?
Nah.
Okay.
Just follow your own interests. Don't listen to us.
Shout out to Frosthaven that I'm finally going to be playing tomorrow.
Nice. It'll take you like all day to
Fun.
finish setting it up, but once you do,
No, I have got pretty good storage solution here. It doesn't fit in the box, but it's easy to pick through and set up. So
nice. All right.
I'm hosting, so I'll be able to set it up before people arrive.
Nice.
All right. I will not see you next Saturday. As a reminder, the last Saturday of every week is off. Of every
Every week, huh? We're
No,
never playing ever
Every
again.
Saturday.
Well, you say that, but Pog has actually managed to convince world leaders to add another Saturday to every
Yeah.
week.
I even got the Moldovan military.
Yeah, but we got
down.
rid of Sunday. We got rid of Sunday and we're just calling it Saturday as well.
All right.
Not like second Saturday. It's just
I'm
also
going to have
Saturday.
to combine 2 episodes together in editing.
Have fun with that.